Hi guys, welcome to the project of end-to-end object detection project. So in this video, we'll be implementing one amazing end-to-end object detection project. So previously, I showed you how we can create any kinds of image classification project with the help of operations. In this video, we'll try to see how we can implement any kinds of object detection project as an end-to-end. Okay, that means we'll be building the entire modular pipeline and all. An object detection pipeline is slightly different than your previous classification pipeline. So whenever I will start the implementation, you will automatically get to know what is the pipeline. So be with me and try to implement the entire project. Okay, definitely will be able to understand. And after this implementation, you will be able to implement any kinds of object detection project. So first of all, let's try to see what are the prerequisite you need to start with this implementation.
Now guys, you can ask me like what would be the prerequisite for this project. Okay, so here I'm expecting you are familiar with Python programming, at least object oriented concept actually you know. Okay, because here I'm going to write modular coding and everything I will be writing as Python class. So object orientation, so here actually object orientation programming is very much important. Okay, and I'm expecting you are familiar with computer vision concept, at least basics of object detection, like what is object detection and all about. Okay, that should be sufficient for this video. Okay, then I'm expecting you have this AWS and Azure account. Okay, because I'm going to show you the deployment. Okay, and I'm expecting you have this kinds of account. And at the last, actually what you need, your dedication. Just put your dedication as much as you can. After implementing this project, just pick up any problem statement, try to use the same template. Okay, and try to implement your own project. Okay, so guys, now let me tell you like what is waste. Okay, waste detection. So as you can see, waste are unwanted or unusual materials. Okay, waste is any substance or discarded after primary use, or it or is worthless. Okay, and defective and no use. Okay, let's say what are the things actually you don't use. Okay, which is like unusual materials. Okay, so we call them waste. So guys, here if you see, I have 13 like you can say classes of waste. Okay, in this project, as you can see, I have like waste banana, then chili, then drink can. Okay, then drink pack, then I have food can. Okay, then paper bag, plastic bag. Okay, so these are the thing actually I am considering as waste. Okay, so these are the image actually I collected. So let's say if you want to integrate like some more you can say waste material, you can also integrate. Okay, you can collect like collect those images and you can also include inside your data. Okay, so in this project I will be only using like 13 classes of waste materials. Okay, but you can add like more in future. Okay, if you can. So yes guys, this is all about our waste like you can say like detection. Okay, this is the problem statement, because you can use this kinds of you can say application, let's say in any kinds of you can say restaurant or in your kitchen as well. Okay, let's say if there is any waste. Okay, it will detect the waste and it will give you some kinds of alarm so that actually you can clean. These are the thing. Okay, so you can use this application like many where. Just think about it, like why do you need this kinds of application. Okay, but my intention is to show you like this object detection pipeline. Okay, so once you learn the pipeline, you can integrate any kinds of problem statement with the same pipeline. Okay, so guys, before starting with our project implementation, I want to show you the demo of this project. Okay, I have implemented. So let me show you the demo. Okay, like how it will look like. So guys, you can see this is the web application. Okay, I have like you can say develop. So here actually what you need to do, you need to upload one image. So let me upload, let's say I will upload banana here. And if I click on predict, you will see it will do the prediction and it will give you the prediction here. See guys, it's detecting as banana. Let's upload some more waste. Okay, so guys, now let's upload some can images. So I will upload, let's say this food can, and predict it. See guys, it's detecting. Okay, so that's how actually you can give any kinds of waste. Okay, waste material, it will able to predict. Let's say I will give all of them together. Again, I trained like very less epochs. Okay, this model is not pretty good. I just trained 50 epochs. Okay, and still it is able to detect, okay, all of the materials you have. But whenever you are trying to training your own model, just try to increase the epoch size. Okay, you will get a good model. Okay, so just for demonstration purpose, I trained 50 epochs and I just picked that model and I'm doing the prediction on top of it. As you can see, it is able to you can say predict all of the waste. Okay, as you can see, plastic bag is also there. So now let me also show you like how we can do the live prediction. So to do the live prediction here, you just need to give slash first of all, see, if you want to train the model, okay, if you want to train the model, if you want to start the training pipeline, you need to give slash train here. Okay, if you are giving slash train here and press enter, it will automatically start your training pipeline. First of all, it will pick the data, okay, and after that it will do the validation on the data, then it will prepare the data, okay, it will start the training, and after the training it will give you the model, okay. And after that, what you can do, you can do the prediction, okay. And if you want to do like live prediction, just give slash live here, okay, slash live. If you just give slash live, so guys, now if I show you, if I give slash live here, okay, after some times you will see it will launch the camera. So guys, as you can see, it has opened the camera. Now if you just show any kinds of waste, okay, let's say I will show this can, okay. Again, see, this can is a little bit different from my training image. That's why, again, it's not able to recognize. But if you have any kinds of waste, okay, so if you just show it here, it will able to detect, okay. I could have used like Coca-Cola can, but I don't have it currently. So I'm extremely sorry because I can't show any waste, okay, now I have on my table. So that's why I don't have, but at least I'm just showing you like how to open the camera, okay. And if you have any kinds of waste, just try to show, okay, here, which is similar to your training data, you will able to see, it will detect that, okay. So yes, guys, this was the demo of our project, okay. And don't worry, guys, I will show you each and everything, like how to prepare the data, okay, and even how to annotate the data, everything I will show you, okay, in this project. Let's say here we'll be using YOLO v5, okay, framework. So for this, actually, I need to annotate my data as YOLO v5 format, which is nothing but txt annotation, okay. I will also show you like what kinds of tool you can use as free, okay, and you can also do the annotation of your data. I will show you each and everything. So guys, now first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create one GitHub repository for this project, okay, and after that I will create my project template, okay. So let me do it. So guys, I will first of all go to my GitHub. So I'm expecting you have the GitHub account. So try to just log in with your GitHub account, and here I will click on repository. Okay, so here I will create one new repository. I will click here, and I will name this repository as end-to-end waste detection, okay, using YOLO v5. Okay, so this is the repository name I will be using. You can give any name, okay, whichever you like. I will give this name, and I will keep it this private, public, okay. You can also make it as private, okay, if this project is like very you can say private project, so you can keep it as private. And I will add readme file here, and also add git ignore. So I'll use Python because I'm going to use Python programming. And license, let's take MIT license, okay. You can take any license, okay. So then I will create the repository. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to clone this repository in my local folder. So let me open the folder. So here I will first of all open my git bash. And guys, one thing actually I just want to tell you, because this is going to be like object detection, like you can say project, okay. This is going to be like object detection problem statement. So here actually we'll be using a framework, okay. And if I want to use this kinds of framework, and if I want to train my model, okay, so I need some bash script, okay. You need to like run some bash script for that, okay. And to run this kinds of bash script, actually you need something called git bash, okay, installed in your system. So make sure you have this git bash installed in your system, and also just configure your anaconda with your git bash, okay. If you just look for any kinds of tutorial in internet, okay, if you just look for any blog, you will see like how to set up like anaconda with git bash, and just try to keep it as ready. So for me, I have already selected git bash. As you can see, git bash I already have. With that, I have already configured my anaconda, okay. So if I run any kinds of anaconda command, okay, let's say conda env, okay, env list, okay, anything, if I run related conda command, okay, sorry, it should be env, so it would be able to run, okay. See, you can see these are my env, it will give, okay, environment it will give me. So basically I need conda configured with your git bash, okay, and this is the bash, you can say terminal. You can execute any kinds of bash command from here, okay. So ls is a Linux bash command, okay. See, I'm able to execute from my git bash, okay. So that is why this git bash terminal is needed, okay, instead of using command prompt and any other anaconda prompt you are using. Okay, try to use git bash at least for the object detection project. Okay, but if you're doing classification project or let's say NLP project, at that time it's not required. Okay, I already showed you in my previous project implementation, you can check there. Okay, so the first thing what I will do, I will like clone this repository. I'll just write git clone. Okay, I copied the link from here and I will paste it here, and let me clone the repository first of all. Okay, it has already cloned, as you can see, end-to-end OS detection using YOLO v5. Now I will go inside the folder. I'll just write end-to-end OS detection using YOLO v5. Okay, this is the folder. Now I'm inside this folder, as you can see. Okay, let me open the terminal and I will open my VS Code here. Okay, I'll just write code space dot, and all, like, also you can, what you can do, just right click and click on show more. You can open up your VS Code here. Okay, and if you're using some other code editor, it's completely fine. Okay, you can still use it, but I will be using VS Code because I like personally VS Code a lot. Okay, so I'll just write code space dot, so it will open the VS Code here. Okay, I will close this welcome screen. Okay, so the first thing what I need to do, I need to create the template of our project. Okay, so let me create the template. So for this, actually what I will do, I will create one template file. But before that, let me tell you like why I'm creating this template file. Okay, like separately. Can I use this as the button and can I create the folder structure? Yeah, you can create. But what will happen, actually it will take a lots of time. Okay, again it would be manual approach. You need to click on the file, again create one file, again you need to create one folder, inside that again you need to create one folder. So it's like very time taking things, and it would be manual. Okay, everything should be manual approach. Okay, so instead of that, I will be using Python script to create my entire project folder structure. Okay, and it's just a one-time effort. If you can write this template.py, okay, you can use it as it is. Okay, in your every project. Okay, only you just need to change the project name. Okay, and you can use that template as it is in your every project. Okay, and there won't be any effort. Okay, only you just need to like you can say run that template.py. It will automatically generate those files and folders for you, but you need to write the code first of all. Okay, for it. So it's just a one-time effort, that's why I told you. Okay, so I'll create one file here called template.py. Okay, so here first thing, I need to import some of the libraries. So let me import. I need OS, okay, operating system module. I also need path from Pathlib, so I'll just write from pathlib. Okay, I'll tell you like why I'm using path and path, why I'm using this path. Okay, this from this Pathlib I will tell you. Then I also need logging. Okay, I will import logging because I also want to show the logs. Okay, like every run I also see the logs. Okay, from my terminal. That's why I'm creating this logging. Okay, so first of all, to define the logging, I need to define one logging string here. So I'll just write logging dot basic config. Okay, inside that you need to provide the logging string you want. Okay, so I usually follow one logging string. So let me just show you. Guys, this is the login string I usually follow. So basically what I'm telling, I'm first of all defining the log level. Okay, so it is information related log, and I'm also defining the format of the logs. First of all, it will like log the ASCII time, like which time you executed the code and which date actually you executed the code. It will track those information. Okay, after that it will show you the log message. Okay, so this is going to be just a, you can say, terminal log. Okay, here I'm not going to create any log file in here inside my project. Okay, so that log file I'll be creating whenever I'll be writing my custom logs. Okay, as of now, for this template.py, I need this log. Okay, because I want to log some information. I want to see them. Okay, whenever I will execute this template.py, that's it. Now, first of all, I need to define my project name, project underscore name. Okay, so I'll name this project as waste detection. Let's say if you're creating some other project, just give the name. Okay, with respect to that waste detection. Okay, so basically what will happen, I will create once, you can say, folder called waste detection. Okay, inside that I will keep all of my components. Okay, all of the configuration related of my project. Okay, because this is going to be a root folder, root project folder. Inside that it will have all the like configuration or components related of your project. Okay, so that's how we can organize the code. So waste detection. Now I need some list of file. So I'll just write list of files. Okay, it should be one list. Then inside that I will define what are the files and folder I need. Okay, so first of all I need dot .github. Okay, .github folder. Why I need .github folder? Because this .github folder is need for your CI/CD deployment. Okay, so inside that we'll be creating one main.yaml file, and whenever you will push the changes, okay, in your GitHub, so it will automatically get deployed, okay, in your cloud. So that's why this .github is important. Okay, this is for GitHub action. Inside that I will create another folder called workflows. Okay, so I'll just write workflows, and inside that I will just keep one file .git keep. Why I'm keeping this file? Because I can't push empty folder in my GitHub. At least it should have some file. Okay, that's why I'm creating this .git keep file. And later on, whenever I will be creating that main.yaml file, I'll remove this file. Okay, that is why I'm creating this thing. Okay, now I need another folder called data. So inside that again, I will keep this file because this is going to be empty folder. So inside data, actually, what I will do, see, I already showed you that application, okay, like application demo. There I was uploading one image, okay, input image. So that input image actually was passing inside my backend, okay, and it was saved inside the data folder. Okay, so that is why this data folder I'm creating. Okay, so whatever user will put, okay, like as input, what are the image actually user will put, I will take those images and I will save it inside my data folder. That's why this data folder is needed. Okay, yeah. Now with that, I will create my project working directory first of all, which is nothing but project name. But first of all, I will define one f string. Inside that, I will pass it here, and inside that, I will create one file called underscore init. Okay, underscore dot py. This is the constructor file you need. Okay, because why you need this constructor file? Because this is going to be my local package. Okay, because I'm going to install this folder as my local package, and whatever components I have inside that folder, okay, I can import them, okay, in my other file as well. So to import them, I need to install it first of all as my local package, and to install it, you need to define this constructor file, okay, inside that. So that is the thing here. Okay, I'm doing here. So now what I will do, inside that again, I will create uh, project name. I'll create another folder called components. Okay, components. First of all, let me create all of the folders and file. Then I will discuss like why I'm creating these components. Okay, then why I'm creating this init. Okay, everything I will discuss. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll create one folder called components, and inside components again I will be creating another constructor file. Okay, because again this component would be one local package for me. Okay, so that's why this constructor file is needed. Then inside that I will create another file called data ingestion. Okay, data ingestion would be my first component. Then inside that again I will create another file called data validation. So this is going to be my second component. Okay, then I will create another file called model trainer. So these three components I only need inside my object detection project, because data transformation is not required because your YOLO v5 automatically will handle this thing. Okay, I'll be using YOLO v5 framework and it will automatically have like handle this thing. Okay, I don't need to separately like you can say transform my data. Okay, only these three components I need. Okay, for any kinds of object detection pipeline, or let's say object detection project you will be implementing in future. Okay, so yeah, so these are the component I only need. Now what I will do, I will create another folder here called constant. Okay, inside that I will create another constructor file. Okay, so let's keep it as constant only. Okay, yeah. So what is constant? Everything I will discuss, no issue. Okay, first of all let me create them. Then again inside constant I will create another folder called training pipeline. So it will contain all of the constant of my training pipeline. Okay, training pipeline. again it will have one constructor file. Then inside constant I will create another file called application.py. Okay, then I will create another folder here called entity. Okay, so the first entity I'll be creating, which is nothing but our config entity, config underscore entity. Okay, and the second entity I need artifacts entity. Okay, artifacts entity. So what is config entity, what is artifact entity, everything I'll be discussing about, don't worry. Okay, then I'll be creating another folder called exception. Inside exception I will create another constructor file. Okay, it will contain our custom exception. Okay, then I also need the logger. It will contain our custom log, and with that I also need to create the pipeline. It will contain our training pipeline, pipeline. Inside that I will create another file called training pipeline, training underscore pipeline. Yeah, and I also need utils folder. Okay, inside that I will again create one constructor file. So every folder will have the constructor file. Okay, and I will create one file inside utils called main utils. It will contain all of the utility related code. Okay, utility related function. Then here I am going to use Flask. Okay, Flask for my you can say web application. Okay, so for this actually I need one you can say folder called template. It should be templates. Okay, make sure inside that I'll be creating one HTML file called index.html, because as you already seen, like there I was launching my web app and it has some like HTML code. Okay, this HTML code I need to write inside that. Okay, then I need my endpoint, which is nothing but my app.py, and I already told you I'll dockerize my code, so I need docker file. I also need requirement.txt file. With that I also need setup.py. Okay, so yeah guys, these are the only files and folder I need in this project. If I need anything okay else I will create later on. Okay, but now let me show you like how we can create these are the folders and file. Okay, as Pythonic way. So for this actually what I will do, I will define one for loop for file path. Okay, in list of file, so it will give me this record one by one. Okay, so first thing I will define my file path. So I'll pass my file path inside my path class. Okay, I defined on top. So why I'm giving to this path class, as you can see, this is the path class we have imported from Pathlib, because as you can see I have defined everywhere /, but here I'm using Windows operating system, and as you already know, in Windows actually we define path as our back, like we define the path okay as /. Okay, but here I have defined as /. Okay, we usually define / inside our Linux or Mac system. Okay, but if you're passing this thing as it is, so it might throw some error like this path is not defined okay correctly. So that is why to handle this path, okay, if you're using path library from Pathlib, and if you're passing this path inside path, okay, so what it will do, it will automatically convert to Windows path. Okay, it will detect first of all your operating system. With that it will tell you this is the Windows path. Okay, we have converted, now you can use it. Okay, so to show one demo of it, okay, so let me activate my, let me clear it, let me activate my Python. Okay, so first of all I will import this path from Pathlib. I will import. Okay, so it should be from Pathlib import path. Okay, now let me define one path here. So I'll just write path equal to, let's say I have one path called x, y, z. Okay, then I have one file inside that called txt.py. Okay, let's say this is my file. I have this is the path. Okay, and this is the file I have inside that. Okay, now what I will do, I will pass this thing inside this path class, path. Okay, now if I execute it, now I will see it will automatically detect, okay, it's a Windows path. Okay, it has automatically converted to Windows path. Okay, I don't need to give it as backward slash. Okay, let's say if you're running this project in your Linux machine as well, it will automatically convert it to Linux path. Okay, and it will like handle everything, okay, in the backend. So that's why I'm using this path here. Okay, so after converting this path as my Windows path, so what I will do, I need to separate out these folders and file. Okay, as you can see, this is the folders, and inside that I have some files. Okay, so first of all, I'll be creating the folders, then after that I'll be creating the files. Okay, so for this, what I will do, I will use another method from Waste library called split. Okay, so it will return two things. First of all, it will return file directory. Okay, so file dir, and also it will return the file name. Okay, so I will use waste dot path, okay, dot split. Inside that I will pass my file path. Okay, now what will happen, let me show you. So I'll open my terminal again. So let's say this is your path you have already defined. So let me import waste first of all. Okay, I will call waste dot path dot split. Okay, inside that if I pass my path, see it will return me two things. This is the okay folder, that means file directory, and this is the file name. Okay, it is returning two things, okay, as a tuple. So that thing I'm separating out, okay, in this two variable. And after that, what I will do, first of all, I will create the file directory. Okay, so for this I will write one condition: if my file directory is not empty, okay, it's not empty, is not equal to empty. So what I'll do, I will create this folder. So I'll just write waste dot make directories. Okay, inside that I will pass my file directory. Okay, and I'll pass one parameter called as exist okay is equal to true. Okay, because let's say if you already have these folders, okay, it won't be created. Okay, and if it is not present, it will create. Okay, this parameter will help you to do it. Okay, now I will log the information. I'll just write logging dot info. Okay, I'll tell rating, sorry, it should be every string small f rating directory, file directory for the file name. Okay, so it will create the like directory for me. Okay, after creating the directory, I also need to create the files. Okay, create the files inside folder. Okay, so now let me create. So I'll again define another else condition. So if I'll just write one condition, not waste dot path dot exist. Okay, I will pass my file name. I'll define another condition, or waste dot get size. It should be, I think it should be waste dot path dot get size. Okay, I'll pass my file name. Okay, this file should be equal 0 get size. Okay, that means what I'm telling, first of all, it will check whether these files are presented in that folder or not. Okay, if it is present, if it is not present, and this file size is empty, okay, if you just pass anything, any file in this get size method, it will give you the size, okay, of the file. As you can see, this is my readme.md file, so it has some text here. Okay, so if you just pass it to get size, it will give you some of the kilobyte. Okay, and if it is not 0, that means this file is already exist and this file has some code. Okay, if it has, then what I will do, I will ignore that file. Okay, and I will create whatever files I missing, okay, in that folder. So that is the logic I'm writing here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create the file. I'll just write with open. I'll pass my file directory. Okay, it should be file path, I think. File path. I will open it as write mode as if. Then I will simply pass it because I only want to create the file. Okay. Then what I will do, I will log the information. I'll just write login dot info. So here I will mention creating empty file. Okay, I'll give the file name. Okay, then inside else condition, okay, if this file is already exist, then I will give the message info sorry, if string is not correct, file name is already created. Okay, yeah. So yes guys, this is the simple logic we have written. Okay, so this will automatically create our files and folder. Okay, now to test it, let me show you. So what I will do, I will open my terminal. Okay, so first of all, let me exit on my Python. Yeah, now as you can see, left hand side, okay, there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing of this folders and file. As you can see, this thing is not created yet. Okay, now if I run this template.py, I'll just write Python template.py. Now you'll see the magic. Okay, what will happen? So I'll just execute it. Now guys, left hand side, you can see it has automatically created, okay, the folders and file for me. But one issue I can see here, okay, everywhere it has given F because I have defined in a wrong way. So what I need to do, I need to pass this F out of this quotation. Okay, so let me do it. I will select all the F. Okay, and here I need to mention F. Okay, now it should work. So first of all, let me delete everything. I'll open my folder manually, and here I will delete. I'll delete this thing only. Yeah, I think everything is fine now. Now if I execute it again, template.py, now see, it has created successfully. Okay, now as you can see, everything I have mentioned here, like let's say components, inside components I have data ingestion, data validation, model trainer, and this underscore int.py. Inside constant I have training pipeline, even I have this constructor, entity, exception, logger, pipeline. Okay, utils, everything I have created. As you can see, docker file, requirement.txt, setup.py, everything has been created automatically. Okay, let's say in future you need some other file here, so just add the file in the list. Okay, I'll add it. Let's say I need something called test.py. Okay, test.py I need. Okay, in future, so I'll add it here, and I'll simply, what I will do, I'll simply execute my template.py. Okay, and you will see the magic again. I'll execute template.py. Now we'll see it will automatically create test.py for you without, okay, without hurting this at the file. Okay, because I'm writing one logic here. Okay, it will check the file size first of all. If it is 0, then it will replace, otherwise it won't be replaced. Okay, as you can see, my readme was having some text. Okay, it is still present here. Okay, it doesn't replace here. Okay, so that is the thing here. Okay, So I hope you got it, like how to create this entire you can say project structure in a Pythonic way, okay, using this template.py. Now yeah, so this is going to be my project structure, guys, okay, and I will discuss each and everything: what is component, what is constant, what is entity, what is exception, okay. I will discuss each and everything detailedly, okay, don't worry. So in this step, actually, I just wanted to show you like how we can create a project folder structure, okay. That was my intention. Now what I will do, I will quickly push these changes to my GitHub. So what I will do, I'll just clear the terminal, and I will write git add, okay, space dot, and git commit hyphen m folder structure added. So here I'm providing the message structure added, and I will simply do git push origin main. Okay, this is the main branch we have created. Now let me push it. So inside source control, as you can see, everything will disappear because we have already committed. Okay, now if I go to my GitHub and refresh the page here, you will see all the reflect. See guys, okay, that means everything is fine as of now. We have successfully created our project folder structure. So now what I need to do, now actually we'll be doing this project setup and requirement installation. Okay, so for this, actually what I will do, I will open my requirement.txt. So here I need to add some requirements actually I need for this project. So guys, I already prepared all the requirements. So just let me show you what are the requirements I need. So these are the basics requirement I need, okay, for my projects. And for YOLO v5, you need, these are the requirements. Okay, so this is the requirements for our YOLO v5. Okay, because here I'm going to use YOLO v5 like you can say framework. Okay, and to install this to use this framework correctly, I need, these are the requirements. As you can see, it needs this pyml and all, and it needs also this torch library, okay, pytorch library, torch vision, okay, everything it will install, and it has also specified the version, okay, everything it has initialized. And I will tell you like where I got these requirements, okay, with this specific version. Whenever I will clone the like you can see YOLO v5 repository, at that time I will show you like how I got these requirements. Okay, as of now, these are the requirements actually you need to install, okay, in your environment. Okay, then I also need TensorBoard and Pandas Seaborn. As you can see, at the last I have added some more extra libraries, and at the last I have also added -e space dot. Okay, what is this -e space dot? Okay, this is the like you can say like command for to install the setup.py. Okay, because the setup.py will contain your local package installation code. Okay, and how we can install this local package, I will show you. Okay, but before that, let me delete this test file because this is not required. We unnecessarily created this. I will also remove from here this test file. Okay, yeah. Okay, one thing I forget to mention here, which is nothing but our resource okay, a resource folder, because inside resource actually I'll keep my notebook, right? So resource slash, inside that I will create one file called trials.ipynb. Okay, research, yeah. So now let me create it again. So I'll open my terminal. I will again execute that command called python template.py. So it should create the resource. Inside that I have okay, why it's giving like that? Okay, here I need to provide the comma, that's why. So again, let delete. Okay, now again I will open my terminal and execute the same command python template.py. It should create the resource folder for me. Inside resource I have trials.pynb file. Okay, so here I will keep all the notebook experiment. Okay, I'll be doing, yeah. So that's it. Now let me go back to my requirement.txt. Yeah, so these are the requirements actually I need to install. As you can see, I am using Flask to, with this Flask I'll be using to you can say create the web application, and gdown I'm using because I will keep my data in my Google Drive. Okay, see guys, this is the alternative I just want to show you. Like many people have already asked me if I have like more data, okay, if my data size is like huge, instead of GitHub, like which source I can use, okay, instead of database. Like let's say you don't have any paid database, okay, or let's say you don't have any like you can say AWS account, so you can't keep your data in S3 bucket, okay. So instead of keeping my data in S3 bucket, I will show you today how we can keep your data in your Google Drive, okay, and how you can download the data from your Google Drive itself, okay. So that is the alternative I kept here, because many people will because many people aren't having this kinds of account, paid account. So at least you can do the job with me. That's why I kept this alternative here, okay. So here I'm going to use Google Drive for keeping my data, okay. So yeah, that's why this gdown package is needed, okay. So yeah, so these are the packages I already need. Now what I will do, I will open my terminal, but before that also let me write this setup.py, okay. So this setup.py will contain your uh, local package installation code. So this is the code actually you need to mention here. So basically, first of all, you need to give the project folder name, okay, waste detection, version of your project. If you are an author, just give your name here, okay. Just also mention the author email address, and this find package, okay, you need to give here. So basically what it will do, this find package will look for this constructor file in every folder, okay. Wherever this constructor file is there, it will try to install that folder as my local package, okay. So that actually we can import. Let's say I want to import data ingestion from this component. So what I'll just write from waste detection dot components import data ingestion. That's how I can do it, okay. And if you're not installing as the local package, and if you're not installing this thing as local package, so this job actually you won't be able to do it, okay. That's why this setup.py I need to install, okay, as my local package. Now let me save it, and now I will install it, okay. And to install the setup.py, you need to add this line, okay. This line will look for the setup.py and it will install it. So I will open my terminal. Let me clear it. Yeah. So first of all, you need to create one conda environment, okay, virtual environment. So to create it, I'll just write conda create -n. Just give the name of your environment. So I'll give it as waste, okay, because this is the waste detection project. Waste. Then you need to specify the version, Python version you need. I will mention Python 3.7 because I'm going to use Python 3.7 in this project, and -y. That means you want to create, okay. You can give any name, okay, of your environment. It's completely fine. Now let me create the environment. Okay, now you can activate the environment using the command. So conda activate waste. Now you can see it will change to waste, okay. Now let me clear it. Sorry. Okay, now let me do the installation of my requirements. So I'll just write pip install -r requirement.txt. So it will automatically take those requirements and it will install everything. So it may take some time, guys. So let's wait, okay. And once it is done, I will come back. So guys, as you can see, this requirement we have installed successfully. There is no error. That means everything is fine, okay. That means we have successfully installed our requirements. Now what we'll do, we'll start with our logging, utils and exception module, okay. We'll be writing them one by one, okay, because before implementing my actual components, I need those are the things, this logging module, exception module, and utils module, okay. So first of all, I need to write them, okay. After that, I will start with my project implementation. But before that, what you need to do, you need to also commit the changes, because as you can see, these are the new file you have created, okay. So let me do the commit. So I'll open my terminal. Okay, so let me clear it. If I first of all, I will just write git add, then git commit -m requirements edit. Okay, and let's do git push. Origin main. Yeah, it's done. Now if I click on source control, see, it will disappear because it has already committed. Now if I open my GitHub and refresh the page, See, all the changes are there. Okay, requirements added. Now if you want to verify it, just click here. You'll see all the requirements are there. Okay, so that means everything is fine. So everything is fine. Now let's start with our logging module first of all. So guys, before starting our notebook experiment, okay, first of all, I just want to show you like how to prepare the dataset. Okay, like if you have collected this kinds of images, then how you need to do the annotation. Okay, because annotation is required in object detection. So first of all, let me show you like which tool you can use to do the annotation. Okay, so let's say you have collected these kinds of waste images. Okay, I kept only 3 images in this folder because just for demonstration purpose. Okay, but for your case, you just need to collect like many images here. Okay, and you just create a folder called new folder, and inside that just keep all of the images. Okay, let's say I have all the images presented in the folder. So the first thing what I will do, I will divide this image to my train validation, like you can say folder. So for this, actually what I will do, I will create a folder here. So I will name it as train. Okay, then again I will create another folder called valid. Okay, yeah, so inside train I will create another folder called images, and with that I will create another folder called labels. Okay, so make sure you are creating the folder structure like that. Yeah, so the same thing I will just copy paste in my validation as well. Yeah, so now what I need to do, I need to take my training images. Okay, so let's say you have like lots of banana images, lots of drink can images, lots of like you can say drink pack images. So make sure whatever image actually you are putting inside your training, the same classes also you just need to put here inside your validation as well. Otherwise, let's say you have copied all the bananas in your training, inside validation there is no banana. Okay, otherwise, so this kinds of you can say train test split actually want to work. Okay, so you just need to verify whether all the classes are presented inside your train even validation as well. Okay, so what I'll do, let's say I will copy this banana and drink can in my training folder inside images. I will keep it here, or otherwise what I will do, I will copy all of them and keep it inside my image. Okay, and same 3 images I will copy inside my validation. But whenever you are doing it, make sure you are splitting out. Okay, because I have less images, that's why I'm doing like that. Okay, so now we have successfully prepared. Now what I can do, I can remove these are the images from here. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Now first of all I need to install the tool, so I'll go to Google and search for LabelImg, LabelImg GitHub. Okay, if you search LabelImg GitHub, so you need to visit the first link. So this is like open source tool, data annotation tool. As you can see, you can like annotate your data as bounding box annotation using LabelImg. Okay, as you can see, this is the UI of this tool. So first of all, you need to install it. So there is the install guideline. So if you're using Mac OS or Ubuntu, so all the steps are there. You need to execute. But I will use Windows machine here. So I'll use pip to install this tool in my system. Okay, so I'll copy the first command and I will execute it here. So make sure you are removing this 3 because by default we have Python 3.x. Okay, now I'll install it. Make sure you have activated your same environment. Okay, we created. Okay, it's done. Now after installing, you just need to execute this command to launch your LabelImg. So after some times, actually, you will see one white window. This is the LabelImg. You can see UI. Okay. So here, first of all, what I will do, I will open my directory, like which like image actually want to annotate. So I'll click on open directory, and it is present inside new folder. First of all, I will annotate for my training images. Okay, you need to select this image folder inside training. Okay. Okay, let me do it again. Yeah. So now you can see these 3 images are coming. Okay. Now one thing you need to do, just click on view and activate this thing. Okay, auto saving mode, and here you need to change the like save directory as well. Like after doing the annotation, what this annotation file will save. Okay, so I'll change it to my labels. Okay, inside train I have labels folder. Okay, I will give this folder location. Yeah, it's completely fine now. at the left hand side, you can see it is the format of this annotation is now Pascal VOC. Okay, but I am using YOLO v5, so I need to annotate my data as YOLO v5 format. So I'll click here. Now you can see it's YOLO. Okay, if you again click, you will see it will change to create ML. Again Pascal VOC. I will select the YOLO. Okay, after selecting YOLO, you need to uh, click on this rectangle box. Now you just need to annotate the data like that. Okay, just make sure you are selecting the objects. Now just give the label. So it is banana. So I'll give banana here. So once it is done, what you need to do, just click on save. Okay, now if you open that folder inside train levels, you will see that annotation file. Okay, see, this is the txt file it will save, and inside that it will save all the annotation like coordinates. See, this is the 4 coordinates. If I can open, so these 4 coordinates information it will save. Okay, and these coordinates will help me to do the training. Okay, it will identify the objects. Okay, and this is the class. Okay, this is the banana class, because banana we have annotated very first, that's why this class is 0. So by default, YOLO will take care. These are the thing. Okay, you don't have to worry about. And if you want to also see the like label name, so there is a classes.txt file it has also created. You can see the label name. Okay, then again what I will do, I will open my tool and click on next image. Then I will again annotate it. Okay, create rectangle, select the portion you want. So it is like a drink can, I think. Okay, now click on OK. Now if I click on save, now again if I open my folder, you can see drink can has been also annotated. Okay, and this class is 1. Okay, and it has also added inside my class.txt. Okay, so this is the order. This is 0, this is 1. Okay, then after that it will follow the order. So like that you need to annotate for all the images actually you have uh, actually in this folder. Okay, now let me do it. Yeah, so it is food can, or yeah, so food food pack, I think it's food pack. I can annotate. Okay, now if I click on save, now it will present. Yeah, here. So once, let's say you have done for your like training images. Okay, now you need to do for your testing images. Okay, your validation images. So again you need to open the directory for your validation image. Yeah, so it's better if you can just reopen it again. So I'll uh, stop the execution of this tool. I'll press Ctrl C, or yeah, so it will restart. Now what I will do, I will go back. This is my validation folder. Again, let's open my terminal. I will clear it and I will execute the same command, LabelImg. Okay, now let's open my directory. It is inside new folder, validation image. Okay, okay. Now again you need to do the same thing, change save directory to my validation labels. Now select YOLO and create a rectangle box. Okay, it would be 1. Okay, then you need to save it. Now if I open this validation 1 levels, okay, you will see the levels. Okay, that's how you need to complete for all the images. Okay, then you need to delete this classes.txt again from your training folder as well, because this file is not needed here. So if you just delete it, now your data is ready. Okay, and here you need to create another file called data.yml. Okay, just let me show you. So like that you need to create one data.yml file here. So if I open this data.yml file, let me open with notepad. So it will contain your first of all training image path, which is nothing but train. Inside I have images. Okay, so this is the folder I'm giving, and after that validation as well. Okay, so this is for validation image, as you can see, validation image. And you need to like specify your number of classes. Okay, so I have 13 classes in this project, so I have like mentioned 13, and all of the name of the classes you have. Okay, so like say banana, chilies, drink can, drink pack. Okay, everything I have given here. Okay, so this is my actual annotation, you can say data.yml file. That's why I'm showing you this one. But let's say if you have some other like you can say labels, you need to manually write it here. Okay, so this file actually you need. So once you have completed this file, okay, so you can create this data.yml file using your VS Code. Otherwise, let me show you the easiest option to create it. So I'll close it. So here, if I open my like VS Code. Here just right click, new file. Okay, let's say I want to create a YAML file. I will just give test.yaml. Okay, now see, it has been created. That's how you can create this YAML file. I will remove it. Yeah. Okay, so that's how you need to prepare the data. After preparing, so let me close this execution. Okay, you need to zip this files. Okay, so for this, actually just select everything, right click. So here I'm using 7-zip. You can also install 7-zip. Okay, now here you can see add to zip file. Okay, I will add it. Now you can name your data. Okay, I will rename it to west data. Okay, west underscore data. Okay, so once it is done, now this thing actually you need to upload inside your Google Drive. Okay, so let me show you. So guys, now what you need to do, just simply drag and drop inside your Google Drive like that. See here, I have created one data folder. Inside that, I have just uploaded my data. As you can see, this is the zip file I have uploaded. Okay, then after that, what you need to do, you need to copy this link address. Okay, and you need to give the permission to anyone with this link. Okay, so if I go to the permission, so make sure you are selecting to anyone with this link. Okay, can access this data. So after that, you can copy the link address and just keep it with you. Okay, so this link actually I'll be using to download the data from my you can see Google Drive. Okay, so this is the entire actually process, like how we can get our data set. Okay, like how we can prepare like our data set, how we can annotate. Okay, everything I have showed you. Now what you can do, if you are annotating your own data, you can follow the same technique. Okay, otherwise I will also share my data with you. Okay, this Google Drive link I will share. You can download the data from there. Okay, so guys, now what I will do, my data set is ready. Now I can start our notebook experiment. Okay, so first of all, the entire like you can say training, I will show you this Collab notebook. Then after that, I will try to like you can say convert it to our modular coding. So guys, now let's start with our notebook experiment. Okay, so for this, actually what I have done, as you can see, I have already uploaded my data in my Google Drive. Okay, and here I prepared one like you can say collab notebook. As you can see, voice detection using YOLO v5 IPynb file. Okay, so let me open this file. So you have to open this thing using Google Colab. Okay, so if you have already uploaded this thing in your Google Drive, so here actually you just need to double click. Okay, it will open up with the Google Colab. So the first thing I will do, I will select runtime as GPU. Okay, so change runtime type to GPU, and yeah, take higher. Yeah, connect. If you're also using free Colab, it's completely fine. Okay, it will work fine for you. Now I'll just connect my notebook. Okay guys, so now you can see it's connected. Now it's initializing. Let's wait. Yeah, it's connected. Okay, now this is the command actually to check like which GPU you got here. So if you just run this command nvidia-smi, so here I got Tesla T4. Okay, yeah. So the first thing what I'll do, I will clone this YOLO v5 repository. Okay, so you just go to YOLO v5. Okay, if you just search on Google YOLO v5, YOLO v5 GitHub. Okay, so you will see the first link. Okay, so this is the research from Ultra Analytics. Okay, as you can see, so they have published this algorithm. Okay, YOLO v5 algorithm. This is like one state of the art you can say architecture. And what they also did, they created one framework called YOLO v5. Okay, this is the repository, and they have already implemented this architecture. Okay, in this repository, as you can see. So for this, actually, we don't need to actually write the code from scratch, and we'll take help from this repository. Okay, and we'll try to do our job. Okay, so as you can see, this is the state of the art algorithm. Like you can see, this is the YOLO v5 results. Okay, all the graphs and all. And as you can see, like how to install and everything, they have already given each and everything. Even they have also given the model view. See, this is the model view, pre-trained checkpoints. So these are the models are available. Okay, in YOLO v5. So YOLO v5 S means this is the smallest sized model, and M means medium size, then L means this is a large, then X means this is like bigger than this model. Okay, that's how it has like different variants. Okay, so based on your task, actually you can select the architecture. Let's say you want some faster inferencing power. At the time, just go with a smaller version model. As you can see, this model is very small, Okay, as you can see, the parameter size is like 7.2 million only, and this is the MAP score, and this is the speed. Okay, this speed actually you get. And let's say you want some good accuracy, you want some authentic accuracy. Let's say you are working in medical domain. At that time, accuracy is matter. Okay, at that time, just go with bigger model. As you can see, accuracy MAP score is like very high, and inference time is like very high here because this is the bigger model. Okay, and it has like you can say 46.5 millions parameter. Okay, this is like very bigger model. So actually that's why speed is like very low here. Okay, so that's how actually you can select your model. If you need faster speed, just go with smaller model, and if you need like very high you can say high accuracy at the time, go with bigger model. Okay, that's how you can select the model. So in this project actually I will use this model, YOLO v5s model. Okay, smaller version model. Okay, I will show you because because again training will take time. Okay, that's why I will take the smaller model. Okay, and this model will work fine. Okay, in this case the detection actually we're gonna perform. So yes guys, this is the repository of YOLO v5. Okay, so YOLO v5 is nothing but it's just architecture, state of the art algorithm you can talk about. And YOLO v5 has also this framework. Okay, from Alta Analytics they have already implemented the algorithm. Okay, so to clone this thing, you just need to click on code and copy this link address. Okay, and just paste it here. Okay, I have already done. Now I'm going inside CD. As you can see, I'm first of all let me clone and tell you like what will happen. So let me execute. So if you clone it, so it will create one folder called YOLO v5. Inside that it will clone all the repository. As you can see, it has cloned everything. Okay, and I'm going inside this folder called CD. Okay, that means change the directory to this folder, and inside that I have something called requirement.txt. Okay, now if you open up the requirement.txt, see guys, I think you are already familiar with these are the requirements. Okay, if I open my VS Code, okay, so as you can see these are the requirements I told you. It is for YOLO. Okay, now I just copy pasted, these are the requirements only. Okay, I've just copied all the requirements and I've pasted inside my requirement.txt. Okay, I created in my VS Code. Okay, so that's how actually you can also do it. Okay, yeah, so I will close this thing. So first of all, I also need to install the requirements in my Colab. So let me execute this command. Okay, so first of all, it will look for this requirement.txt file and it will install everything. So okay guys, it's done. Now what I need to do, if I do pwd, now you can see I'm inside YOLO v5 folder only. Okay, now I will go back to the content. Okay, now I'm inside this location. Now here first of all I will download the data. Okay, from this GitHub, like from this Google Drive. Okay, we have like already uploaded our data here, right? So guys, how we can download these kinds of, you can say, file from our Google Drive. Okay, so for this actually let me show you one demo. Okay, so that actually it would be very much clear. So for this actually let's do some experiments. So I will come inside research, and here you can see I have created one trials.ipynb file. Okay, so let me open this file. So inside that actually I will do the experiment. So the first thing I need to select the kernel. So let me select Python environment. So I created this OS environment, as you can see. So I'll select this one. Okay, now here first of all let me import gdown. Okay, as I already told you, this package actually we need to access our Google Drive. Okay, so let me import this library. So we have already added this library here, gdown here. Okay, now what I need, first of all I need the URL. Okay, so URL equal to, so where you will get the URL is present here. Okay, just right click on top of your data, like the data I want to download. So if you just right click, you will see copy link address. Okay, just copy and make sure this is you are setting with anyone with this link address. Okay, I have already set up. Now I'll just copy. Now if you come here, sorry, I will go back to my notebook. Now I'll paste the link here simply. Okay, so this is my data link. Okay, this is my data link of inside my Google Drive. Okay, if I search for it also, if I open a new window, if I open, let's say, in incognito tab. Okay, now here if I search it, see I can access this data. That means it is publicly visible. Okay, now let me close it. Yeah, so now what I need to do, I'll execute this cell. Yeah, so here first of all I need to get back this ID. Okay, as you can see there is a ID. Okay, so this is the file ID. So somehow actually if I can get this ID out, okay, from this URL, I will add this ID with a downloader URL, okay, and I can download the file easily from my Google Drive. Okay, so how we can do it? So for this, actually, I'll take one variable called file ID. Okay, so inside file ID, I will do one split operation. I'll just write URL dot split because this is a string, right? Yeah. So I will do the split with respect to this forward slash, because as you can see, everywhere I have forward slash. Okay. Now what it will return, first of all, let me show you. Okay. So if I print file ID right now, yeah. So as you can see, first of all, it will return HTTPS. After that, you have slash. Okay. It will like you can see split here. Then again, it will give you google.com. Then again file, then D. After that, you can see I have these IDs. Okay. Now again at the last I have what? Okay, view. Then again you can see I have views. Okay, then sharing this thing. Okay. Now how I can get this ID out from this entire list? Okay, so as you can see, if I count like from the last, okay, so I have what? First of all, I have this view sharing this one. Okay, as you can see, then after that I have this ID. Okay, so now if I do like that, if I take the last you can say second index, I'll just write -2 here. Okay, so it will give me this ID. Okay, now if I print it, see guys, it's giving this ID only. Okay, now let's say you want the last one. Okay, if you just give -1, it will give you that one. Okay, that's how we can do the indexing. Okay, but I only need this one because this URL will remain same for, because this URL structure will remain same for every Google Drive file. Okay, you just copy, you can say copy the link and just try to do the experiment. You will see this will remain like you can say common in every URL. Okay, you will be copying. So this is the logic actually will work in this case. Okay, now I have the IDs. Now what I will do, I will take one prefix here. Okay, prefix means this is the okay download string, as you can see. So if you want to download any Google Drive, okay, so if I come here, let's say I will copy this link. If I search it here, now if I click on download, so guys, on top of that you can see one URL. Okay, so let me copy the URL, and if I go back to my notebook and if I paste the link here, now just see the difference, guys. So what I'm taking tindis.com. Okay, then I'm removing this two line. Okay, as you can see, then I'm taking this UC. Okay, after that what I'm doing, I'm taking the last one. Okay, this thing only. Now after that I'm giving this one equal sign. Okay, then after that what I will do, I will add this ID, so it will automatically download this file okay for me. So let me show you how it will download. So let me just remove it. Okay, so this is the prefix we have taken. Now I'll use g down. Okay, and there is a method called download. So inside that you need to provide this thing. Okay, first of all you need to provide this prefix. Okay, and with that I will add this file ID, because this two are string. Okay, I can add it. Now here you need to provide uh, the output directory. Okay, you want to like you store the data. Okay, so let's say uh, I want to use this folder, okay, to store my data. So I will give the location. Okay, make sure this folder is present. So here I will just write data slash, and here you just need to give the file name you want to download. Okay, any name actually you can give that name, actually it will use to download the data. Okay, so in this case I will give west underscore data. Okay, dot zip file. Okay, this is going to be zip file. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now let me execute and let me show you whether it's working or not. Okay, so now if I hit enter, now see guys, it's downloading the data. Okay, so it's giving cannot find the specific data. Okay, why it's not coming? Okay, because I'm inside resource folder. If I show you, if I just write pwd, I'm inside resource folder. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply go back I'll just come here. I will import OS. Okay, and here I will just write os dot change directory dot slash. Okay, if you just do it and if you execute it, you will see it will go back one directory before. Okay, now if I write pwd, now you'll see I'm inside my project folder. Okay, now if I execute this one, it will run. See guys, it's downloading the data. Okay, as you can see the percentage and the data size is 40 MB. Okay, so that means we are able to successfully download the dataset from our Google Drive. So this technique actually I'll be using to download my data. Okay, as you can see it is downloading. So let's wait. So guys, as you can see, my data has been downloaded. Okay, see this is the data. Okay, yeah, that means you are able to successfully download the data. Okay, and now what I will do, I will use this technique and I will try to download the data. Okay, so before that, let me delete this data from my data folder. Okay, yeah, so let's use the same technique here. So as you can see, I have written the same code here. Okay, now if I execute it, it will download the data here. Okay, it has downloaded. Now if I refresh here, see guys, this zip file has been downloaded. Okay, so first of all I need to unzip this file. Okay, and after unzipping I will remove this zip file. Okay, so that is the like thing I'm doing here. So these two command, the first command will unzip the data, so I'm using unzip command. Okay, and this is the, you can say, Linux environment. Okay, in this collab, that's how that's why actually you can execute all kinds of Linux command here. Okay, because as you can see by default inside your collab actually it is using Linux kernel. Okay, and using rm command, rm means like you want to remove. Okay, you want to remove this zip file. Okay, and you are giving the permission and you are giving the location of the file. Okay, and it will remove this zip file, because once I have like unzipped, okay, once I have unzipped this file, I don't need the zip file. Okay, that is why I'll remove this thing. Now let me execute and show you. See, it is unzipping. Okay, now if we refresh here, see it has unzipped, and inside that I had my training folder, validation folder. Okay, and this is the data.yml. Okay, the same way we like uploaded our data in our Google Drive. Okay, as you can see everything is present. That means it's working perfectly. And after that this zip file has been also, like, you can say, removed. Okay, from this machine. Now the first thing, I will read my data.yml file. So as you can see, this is the content inside my data.yml file. Okay, here, so using cat command you can read. Okay, read the file. And now what I will do, I will extract this number of classes. Okay, from this data.yml, and I will store it, okay, inside this variable. So first of all, as you can see, using YAML, okay, I'm reading this data.yml file in writing mode. Okay, reading mode. After that, as you can see, I'm loading it. Okay, then I'm extracting this NC. Okay, as you can see, this is the NC. If you just call this key, it will return you this value. Okay, I'm calling it, and it will store this 13, okay, inside number of class. Okay, now let me execute. Now if I also execute now num underscore classes, as you can see 13. Okay, that means we are able to also extract this one classes. Okay, now what I will do, to train your YOLO v5 model, first of all you need to prepare one configuration file. Okay, the model you are using, with respect to that you need to select the configuration file. Let's say I will be using a model, I already told you in my model view, I will be using this model, YOLO v5s model. Okay, so I have already cloned this repository. Now if you go to the YOLO v5, there is a model section. Okay, just go inside model, and here you have all the model configuration. Okay, as you can see, so I'll be using YOLO v5s model. That means this this model. So I'll open this YAML file. Now in this YAML file, you will see by default this NC is set to 80, because this YOLO is already trained on Coco dataset, and Coco has 80 number of classes. Okay, so here we are doing the fine tuning. Okay, that means we are using the pre-trained models. On top of that, actually we'll be doing our custom data training. Okay, so for this actually I need to change this classes, number of classes only. Okay, and by default every architecture will remain same. Okay, so I just need to change this number of NC, that's it. So for this, what I will do, first of all, you can again read using cat command. So I'm giving this YOLO v5s location only. Just copy the location, copy path, and paste it here. Okay, so it will read it and it will give you all the content inside that. So this is the magic code actually. Okay, so this code actually will help you to change this okay, change this number of classes inside your notebook only. Okay, So because here I'm not using any Python script, here I'm doing everything on the notebook, okay, in a cell. So this magic code actually will help you to do it, okay, in the cell. Okay, so that's why I will execute this one. Now here, first of all, what I'm doing, I'm creating, first of all, I'm copying the same file, okay, I'm copying the same file, this YOLO v5 s.yaml, and I'm creating another file, okay, and I'm naming it as custom underscore YOLO v5s. That means what I'm doing, I'm just making one copy of the same file, okay, giving a different name only, okay, as you can see, custom underscore YOLO v5s model. Now after that, the class I'm getting, okay, here the class I'm getting, I'm just replacing the class here, okay, and all the architecture I'm keeping as same, okay, here as you can see. Now if I execute the code, now if you refresh here, so inside model you will see it will create another file called custom underscore YOLO v5s. Now if I open this one, now you'll see initially it has number of classes was like, you can say 80. Now it has been 13, okay, because we have already changed it, okay. See, I haven't done any change in my original file, okay, I just made one copy, and with that copy I did the changes, okay. That's how this is the good practice, okay. Don't play with the like original configuration file, okay. Just first of all make a one copy, then after that just try to change it, okay. So that is what I have done. Now once you have done this thing, now you are ready to like train your model, okay. So these are the parameter actually you can set. As you can see, you have image size, you have batch size, epoch size, okay, data path, configuration, weights, okay, the weights you want to use. So these are the thing actually you need to set. So first of all, what I will do, I'll go to inside YOLO v5 folder, okay. As you can see, I'm going inside YOLO v5 folder, and here I have one file called train.py, okay. So this is the training like you can say code they have already written, and see all the implementation are already there. You don't need to do anything, okay. You just need to run this file, and you just need to provide some of the arguments, okay. That's it. That's why actually we prefer this YOLO v5 a lot, because this repository like maintains all the thing, okay. If you see, the last commit was like 20 hours ago, okay. This is like very active resource. This community is like very active. If there is any bugs, okay, it would be fixed as soon as possible. I mean, even if you are facing any issue, just try to create one you can say try to create one issue here, okay. As you can see, issue section is there. Try to create one issue, it would be like instantly solved, okay. So this is like very active resource, as you can see, okay. So if you have any kinds of problem, just go there, raise the issue, so they will definitely help you, okay, with that. So that's why you don't need to like write tons of code, only you just need to focus on your problem statement, okay, and everything can be done using YOLO v5, okay. Now as you can see, I'm running this train.py using Python command. Now I'm defining my image size as 416, okay. By default just take this size only, because it will work, because if you just check your data size also, it's close to this like 416, okay. But let's see, if you're working with HD images, at this time you just increase the size a little bit, okay. If you're decreasing the size, that means you are like reducing the computational power, okay. So first of all, start with this number. If it is working fine, just keep it, otherwise just change the number, okay. Now I'm defining my batch size. As of now, I'll be taking 16, because here again I'm using like Google Colab, okay. And most of you won't be having like premium like Google Colab. That's why just keep it as 16, otherwise memory will get full. Now number of epochs here, I'm keeping as 50, because I only want to train 50 epochs, okay. That's why. And if you're doing actual training, just try to increase the epoch size, at least train with thousands, okay. 500 to 1000 epochs, you will get a good model, okay. Then after that, I'm providing my data.yml path, okay. So as you can see, this is the data.yml path I'm giving here, okay. And after that, I'm also passing my configuration file, okay. It is present inside my model. So if I again expand this one, inside model, I have this custom underscore YOLO v5s, okay. This is the path I'm defining. And after that, you need to provide the weights name, okay, which weights actually want to use, okay. As I already told you, I'll be using this model called YOLO v5s, okay. Only just need to give the name inside a string. It will automatically download the model, okay, from the internet. Now this is the name of the output folder. So it will create one runs folder. Inside that, it will create this folder, and it will save every logs, okay, inside that, every artifacts inside that, okay. Yeah, so this is the command. Now let me run and show you. See guys, first of all, it will download the model, okay. See, it's downloading the model. And after that, this is the model architecture it will print, okay. Now it will look for your training and validation image, okay. And once you got the images, see, it will start the training. Okay, as you can see. And this log is pretty good. Okay, everything you can see here, every loss and accuracy score, everything you can see. This is the object loss, this is the box loss. Okay, this is the classes loss, and it will also give you the MAP score. Okay, at the last, as you can see, this is the MAP score. Okay, every iteration, as you can see, MAP score is also there. So guys, training will take some time. Okay, and one thing I just want to also show you now, if you refresh left hand side, here, so here you can see it will create one runs folder. Okay, inside runs folder, it will save all the artifacts. Okay, as you can see, trends folder, inside that yellow v5s is there. Now see, it is also saving this loss, then like your batch images. Okay, everything it will save. Okay, if you want to see the loss, you just open this CSV file. So every loss are there. Okay, everything it will log. See, if you don't need to do anything manually, so all the thing it will save here, only you just need to check it. Okay, and after training the model, it will keep the model here called base.pt. Okay, so let's wait. I will come back when this training is done. So guys, as you can see, my training is done, and these are the like you can say AP score, then your MAP score, then precision recall, everything you can see for all the classes. Okay, and your results will save in this folder only. Now if I refresh, so inside runs folder, now you can see your weights. Okay, this is the model actually will be using, okay, for our inferencing. And these are like your F1 curve. Okay, as you can see, if you can open, you can open this thing and see this is the F1 curve. Okay, and you have also confusion matrix for multi-class. See, everything they will generate and give you inside the folder. And if you want to see the loss, okay, you can see from here. Okay, see, precision recall, every metrics are there. Okay, and even it will also generate some batch predicted images. Okay, see, it has done some detection. Okay, that means everything is working fine so far. Detection score is less because I only trained 50 epochs. Okay, that's why. Now you can also launch the TensorBoard to see the logs. Okay, training logs. So this line of code actually will launch up your TensorBoard and it will give you that graph. Okay, just a minute. See guys, this is the, like you can say, this is the F1 curve. Okay, and this is the precision curve. Then you have confusion matrix. From here also you can see, then loss matrix, everything you can see. Just explore this tool. Okay, this is like pretty much very like this like very good tool. Okay, even you can change the scale here, even you can also change the mode here. Okay, so everything it will show here. And if you also want to like visualize the results, so there is a png file in that runs folder here, results.png. okay, so this thing actually I'm rendering here. Okay, as you can see, so this is your loss. Okay, training loss, box loss. As per your epochs is increasing, your loss is also decreasing. Okay, with that, this is the MAP score. Your like epochs is also increasing, like accuracy also is increasing. Okay, that means your model is running in a better way. Okay, as you can see, there is no zigzag problem. Now if you want to see, like now here, if you want to check your ground truth data, okay, you can also check. These are the your ground truth data. And you can also check your augmented one. Okay, so see, basically what it will do in runtime, actually it will also apply some augmentation technique. You can see this brightness is a little bit different. Even it has combined these 4 images together, so we call it mosaic augmentation. Okay, so it will apply some of the runtime augmentation to increase the data size, okay, in the runtime only, and it will give you some of the images. That's how. Now if you want to check inside your weights, so these are the weights actually you have. Now what I will do, I will start. Now actually let's do some experiment. Okay, now let's do some testing, okay, on my test data set. So again, you will see one file inside this YOLO called detect. Okay, detect_py. So all the code are already written. Okay, so all you just need to pass up some of the parameter. So detect.py, you need to pass your training weights. Okay, you have already trained, so it is inside my runs folder. Inside train, I have YOLO v5s results. Okay, inside weights, I have this base.pt. okay, this is the model location I'm giving. So just copy the path okay, and paste it here. Now image size, I will give the same thing as I did in my training. Confidence score, I'm keeping as 50%. Okay, that means I'm telling to my model, if you are 50% sure, okay, it's like that this classes, then try to show the prediction, otherwise don't show it. Okay, you can also increase or decrease the size, but by default I usually use 0.5. Okay, now source image, actually I have my validation image inside this validation folder, valid folder inside image. Okay, this is the location I'm giving. Now if I execute it, so it will take all the image one by one inside validation. Okay, as you can see, these are the images, and it will do the prediction, and the prediction results it will save inside runs folder again. Okay, so let me show you. First of all, yeah, it has run. Now if I open my runs folder, so here it will create another folder called detect. Inside that you will see experiment. Okay, now inside that actually you can see all the prediction. Now if I open the first prediction, okay, see, it has detected it's a banana. Okay, with a confidence score of 0.56. Okay, it's less because I tend to with 50 bucks, that's why. Okay, and why it is giving experiment. Now let's say if I want to execute this same code again, it will create another folder experiment 2. Okay, inside detection. Okay, now inside that actually it will save those experiment. That's how actually instead of replacing those file, it is creating multiple experiment. Okay, inside that it is saving the prediction. Okay, that's how actually YOLO v5 handles all the thing. Now if you want to download the model, just try to mount it with your Google Drive, and this is the command. Okay, here you are just copying this base.pt to your to your Google Drive. Okay, just give the path with respect to that, and you can also download like that. Just let me show you how you can download it. Results, weights. Okay, now here we'll get three dot button. Click here and click on download. Okay, if you just click on download, so it will start download. Okay, so that's how actually we can do like custom training on my custom data. Okay, using YOLO v5. Okay, and this is the entire notebook actually. Okay, everything I have added here, this training process, evaluation process, everything I have added here. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will convert this notebook to our modular coding. Okay, and we'll be implementing this thing as a component. Okay, we'll be creating training pipeline separate way. So what I'll do, I will download this notebook and I'll keep it inside resource folder so that I can give you as a reference this notebook. Okay, you can also try. Yeah, now I will like close the runtime because it's already running. So let me close it. Okay, all right. Now if I open my project folder and let me open my project folder again. Okay, inside resource I will keep it. I'll simply paste it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so guys, our notebook experiment is done. Now we can start writing our components. So guys, before starting with our components implementation, as I already told you, I need some like helper tool. Okay, so if I talk about like what are the helper tool actually you need actually logger, exception, and your utils. Okay, so these are the module actually you need, okay, before implementing your actual components. So what I will do, first of all, I will write my custom logger. Okay, then after that I will write my custom exception. Then at the last I will write my custom utils. Okay, so these three module actually I'll prepare, then I will start with our components implementation. So first of all, what I will do, because see, we have completed this notebook experiment. So first of all, let me commit these other changes in my GitHub. So I'll open my terminal. So here I will just write git add, okay, space dot, now git commit hyphen n m notebook experiment edit. Now let's push that changes, git push origin main. Yeah, so I have successfully pushed the changes. Now If I click here, so it will disappear. Okay, so now let's start with our logger. So but before that, let me close these are the thing. Okay, so here I have created one logger folder inside voice detection. Okay, so here I have created one constructor file. Okay, so let me open this file. So here I'm going to write the logger. So first thing what I will do, I will import some of the libraries. Okay, so first of all, I'm importing login. So login is already, like you can see, inbuilt module in Python. So using login, actually, I will create my custom logs. Okay. Then I also need operating system module. Okay. Using this module, I'll be creating the folder. Okay. Then I also need datetime module. Okay. Why I need datetime module? Because I will create one folder here. First of all, log. Inside that, I will create multiple timestamp folder. Okay. Inside timestamp folder, I will be creating my logging file. Okay, so that what will happen, let's say you have run your code like at a specific time. Okay, so that time like will save in the folder. Okay, folder, and inside the folder it will save the log directory. And if you have run the code again, okay, in a different timestamp, again it will track the timestamp. Okay, again it will generate another folder and it will save the log file there. So that what will happen, you can actually track the time, like which date actually, which time you executed code and what was the issue at that time. Okay, so this is like the best way to create the logs. Okay, so you can also follow this strategy. So to create it, first of all, I will define one uh, time string here. So as you can see, first of all, I'm taking one variable log file. Inside that, I'm calling this datetime, okay, this module, and I'm telling I want the current timestamp. Okay, then from that, actually, what I'm extracting the month, date, year. Okay, then hours, minute, and seconds. Okay, then after that, I'm giving one extension called .log. Okay, so basically, it will create this folder for me. Okay, inside that it will save the log. Okay, so I'll show you like how it will do it. So before that, let me define the log path. So this is going to be a log path. Okay, first of all, I'm like checking the root directory. Okay, then I'm creating a folder. With that, I'm creating the logging file. Okay, then I will first of all create a directory. So using make directories, you can create the directories, and exist is equal to true. That means if there is already present, okay, it won't be creating. Now I will define my log file path. Okay, so this is the log file path. As you can see, I'm just integrating these two things together. Okay, using os.path.join. So first of all, it will take the log path and it will take the log file. Then after that, I will define my login string. So using this login, okay, I'm creating my custom log. I'm using basic config. First of all, I'm giving my file name. Okay, this file name I'm passing. After that, I'm like defining the log format. Okay, so first of all, it will like extract. First of all, it will save the timestamp. Okay, ASCII time. Okay, of your execution. Then it will like save the name. Okay, like which module it has run the like log. Then it will also save the log label name. Okay, like whether it's a information log or let's say any bug log. Okay, it will save the information, and after that it will save the log message. Okay, then I'm defining the label here. Okay, so I will execute it and I'll show you like how it will generate the log. Okay, so let me save it. Yeah, so now to test this one, what I will do, I will open my app.py. Okay, so let me use this file only. Okay, so first of all, let me import the logs. So but before that, I think, yeah, it is already selected, as you can see. Okay, so first of all, make sure you have selected your environment. Okay, so my environment name is West. So let me refresh and select it. Yeah, so first of all, let me import the login. So I'll just write from West detection. Okay, dot logger import login. Okay, yeah, so now let me log one just to basic okay example logging dot info. I'll just print welcome to my custom log. And guys, here if you see, I'm getting one suggestion. Okay, because I have installed tab 9. Okay, tab 9 is a AI powered you can say extension. As you can see, if you just search in this extension marketplace tab 9. Okay, so this is the like AI generated auto completion tool. Okay, you can install it, so you will also get the like auto completion suggestion. Okay, now let me save this file. Now let me execute my app.py and let me show you like how it will work. So I'll clear the terminal. I'll just execute python app.py. Okay, now if I execute it, now we'll see it will create one folder called logs. Okay, inside that, again it has created one folder, okay, with the same timestamp, and again it has created one log file with the same timestamp, as you can see. Okay, now if I open this log file, now first of all you will see it will save your ASCII time. Okay, because here we have mentioned, first of all it will save the ASCII time here, then after that it will save the like this my name, okay, like which file you ran it. So I've run this thing from the root folder. Okay, that's why it's root. Now it will save the label name. Okay, so this is nothing but information related log. Then after that it will save the message. Okay, so this is the message we have given, welcome to my custom log, as you can see here. Okay, so this is the log format. Now let's say if I execute for the second time, okay, so what will happen, let's see. Now if I go to my log folder, now you can see it has created another folder with the same current timestamp, and again inside that it has created the log file. Okay, now if I open it, now see this is the same thing. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm separating out my execution, okay, with a separate log file. Okay, and I'm tracking my code. So this is like a good practice. Instead of using one log file, you can create with a timestamp. Okay, so this thing I have updated in this project. Okay, you can also follow. Okay, if you're like this approach also, it's completely fine. Okay, so this is all about our custom log. Now let me prepare our custom exception as well. Okay, so I'll open this exception. Inside that I've again created one constructor file. Okay, so let me open this one. So before that, let me close this thing. To prepare the custom exception, actually you need one function. Okay, so this is the function I have defined called error message detail. Okay, so it will take your error details. Okay, and it will use system module to find out like where it got the error. Okay, which line it got the error, every information it will return, as you can see here. Okay, now this is your final class called app exception. Okay, so inside that, as you can see, I'm calling this method. Okay, and I'm inheriting with our custom exception. Okay, like in Python we already have one pre-built custom exception module. Okay, so with that actually I'm inheriting. Okay, and I'm using the same class of the exception using super. Okay, and I'm on top of that actually I'm preparing my custom exception. Okay, so this is the simple exception I have prepared. Okay, if you also want to learn about like exception, custom exception, just go to Google. Just go to Google and just search about exception Python documentation. Okay, if you search it, so just visit Python documentation here. So you'll see you can define your custom exception in many way. Okay, so I referred this documentation. Okay, and I prepared my custom exception here. Okay, so you can use this term like exception as it is in your every project. Okay, it will work completely in your project. Okay, every project it will work fine. So yeah guys, this is the custom exception. Now also let me show you like how it will work. So I'll open my app.py again. So here let me delete this thing. So let's say what I will do, first of all I will define one try except block. Okay, so inside that I will do some job. Let's say a equal to 3 3 let's say I will do divide with the string. Okay, so it will definitely give me one error. Okay, now you'll see it will save all the like you can say information. Okay, so now I also need to define my exception. Okay, and I also need to import my exception. Okay, so let me import. So I'll just write from voice detection dot exception import app exception. Okay, now I also need to import sys module. Okay, now yeah, now let me execute my code and let me show you like what it will do. So if I open my app.py, now see guys, as you can see, first of all it's giving voice detection exception. Okay, error occurred Python script app.py. Okay, app.py line number 7. Okay, as you can see, line number 7, and unsupported operand type s for this divide operation. Basically you are trying to do integer divided by string. Okay, so this is the message, okay, it's giving. So basically what you are getting the file name, which line you got the error, even what is the error message you are getting, okay, using your custom log. Instead of using like simple exception, if you're using this kinds of custom exception, okay, it will give you all the information related to the exception. Let's say you have written like a very bigger code, okay, you have taken lots of file. If you're not getting the proper exception like message, okay, so you won't be able to fix the issue. But if you're getting proper exception message, then it will be very easy for you to figure out the bugs, and you will be quickly fixing this thing. Okay, so that's why we have prepared this custom exception. Okay, all right, now what I will do, I will also prepare my utils. Okay, so what is utils, guys? Utils is nothing but like those functionality we'll be using frequently in our code. Okay, so instead of writing them in a separate component, I will write them in a one file called main utils, and whenever I need it, okay, I will use it from my main util itself. Okay, so first of all, I will import some of the libraries here. So these are the libraries are needed. Okay, and I'm also importing my exception and logging. Okay, because I'll be also using my exception and logging here. So first method I need, which is nothing but read YAML. Okay, because read YAML, I also want to read YAML file. Okay, and to read the YAML file, sorry, and to read the YAML file, actually you need this function. Okay, so I'll provide my YAML file path here. Okay, and it will return me the content. Okay, and once I've like read the YAML file, I will also log the information. Let's say read YAML file successfully. Okay, and I'm also using my custom exception here, as you can see here. Okay, then the second one I need write YAML file. Okay, so if you want to, let's say, write an YAML file, okay, you can use this like function. Okay, so you just need to provide the path, file path, the content, okay, and this one. Okay, if you, by default it would be false. Okay, just keep it as false. Okay, you just need to provide the path and content. So if you just give anything, it will save as YAML file. Okay, I won't be using this thing, but if you want in any other project, okay, you can use this one. I have kept this as a reference here. Okay, now I also need my decode image and encode image. Okay, why I need these two function? So as I already showed you, whenever I was passing that image, okay, so it was not directly passing in my backend. So what I was doing, I was first of all, so there actually, first of all, I did like decode that image, okay, and I saved it at base64 string. Okay, after that, whenever I was returning, okay, I was returning in the backend, I was saving that base64 as my jpg file. Okay, so using this encode, using this encode image like method, okay, I was doing that thing. Okay, so that's why this thing is needed. Okay, I will explain this thing whenever I will be creating my web application. Okay, so as of now, let's consider these are the utility file, these are the utility function I need, okay, for this project. So yes guys, we have successfully like completed these are the three module, okay, exception and my logger and my main utils. Okay, now we are ready to write our component. But before that, let me push these are the changes in my GitHub. So I'll clear the terminal and I'll simply write git add, okay, then git commit -m logger exception and utils added. Okay, now let's push the changes. Git push origin main. Yeah, so if you want to see it, just press Ctrl and click on this link. So it will open up that browser for you. Okay, now see, I have successfully added this thing. Okay, now let's start writing our first component, which is nothing but data ingestion. So guys, before starting our data ingestion, first of all, let me tell you like the project workflows actually will be following, because there are lots of files and folder, as you can see, like we have constant, we have entity, we have like you can say pipeline. Okay, so we have different actually section here. So to create our actual components, okay, so which file I need to change first? So we need to follow one workflows. Okay, first of all, let me tell you the workflows actually I'll be following to implement this entire project. Okay, so here let me write down the workflows. So the first like file we will be updating called constant. Okay, constant. Then the second file I'm going to update, which is nothing but entity. Okay, and the third file we'll be updating called components. And fourth, we'll be updating our pipeline. And fifth, we'll be updating our app.py. Okay, so as you can see, left hand side, first of all, I will update my constant. Okay, so this constant like file. Then after that, I will update my entity. So as you can see, I have also entity. I have artifacts entity and config entity. I will tell you what is this entity. And then I will be updating my components. Okay, components is nothing but our data ingestion, validation, and model trainer and pipeline. Okay, as you can see, I will integrate these components with this pipeline. Okay, and I will create one training pipeline. After that, I will like update my endpoint, which is nothing but app.py. Okay, because user will run this app.py and they will get the results. Okay, so yes, so this is the project overflows actually I'm gonna follow. Okay, so what I will do, I will close these are the thing because we have already completed. Okay, now let me start with our first component, which is nothing but data ingestion. Okay, but before that, what I need to do, I think I already told you, I need to update the constant. Okay, so let me open the constant. So here I have another like you can say training pipeline. Okay, so I will open this training pipeline folder, and inside that I have one constructor file. Okay, so let me open it up. So I already prepared some flowcharts. Okay, so I'll be using these flowcharts to implement my entire like you can say components or stages. Okay, so first of all, let me show you the data ingestion stage. So guys, as you can see, this is my data ingestion stage flowcharts. Okay, so first of all, what I will do, I will create my data ingestion configuration. Okay, basically I need some configuration. Let's say our data ingestion directory. Okay, like where I want to ingest the data. Okay, so it will create one artifacts folder. Inside that, it will again create one data ingestion directory folder. Okay, inside that, it will ingest the data. Then again, it will create another folder called feature store. Okay, after unzipping those data, it will move the data to the feature store. Okay, and download URL. Okay, if you want to download the data, then you also need the download URL. That means what are the actually necessary path and let's say variable I need, okay, to continue my data ingestion stage. I'll be keeping everything inside data ingestion config. Okay, and this config actually I'm going to write inside my entity. As you can see, I have something called config entity. So inside config entity, I will define these are the configuration. Okay, and the hard-coded variable, okay, I'll be taking from my constant. Okay, so inside constant, I'll be writing all the URL, I'll be writing all the path. Okay, and from there actually I'll be keeping inside my config entity. Okay, then after that I will initiate my data ingestion. So it will get the data from your Google Drive. Okay, so here I have added GitHub because this is the flowchart from my previous project. There I was using GitHub, but instead of GitHub, let's consider here you have Google Drive. Okay, it will get the data from the Google Drive. After that, it will unzip the data. Okay, and it will move the data to the feature store folder. Okay, as you can see, I will also give the feature store folder, and these are the folder would be available. Okay, a train instead of test, the data is like valid. Okay, and data.yml. So these three files should be present. Okay, inside feature stores, and after that I will return. Okay, I will return my zip file path. Okay, that means my zip file data directory path. And with that, I also return this three file path. Okay, which is nothing but feature store file path. Okay, so this thing actually I will be returning as my data ingestion artifacts. Okay, so this artifacts actually I'll be defining inside my artifacts entity. Okay, and artifacts entity will return these are the thing. Okay, basically artifacts entity should be return type of any function. Okay, we'll be creating. Okay, so then I'll be passing this data ingestion artifacts to my next stage, which is nothing but data validation. Okay, so data validation will take these are the path, it will get the data from here. Okay, and it will do the next job. That's how I will define some return type of every method I'll be defining. Okay, and that will return like some of the things. Okay, and that return I will take from my another like you can say stage. Okay, like my next stage, and I'll get my necessary files from there. Okay, and I will continue with my next stage. Okay, like that actually I'm going to continue this thing. Okay, so this thing should be very much clear after implementing all the components. Okay, so let's start our implementation. Okay, so first thing I need to define my constant. Okay, so first of all I will be defining my artifacts directory. Okay, basically it will create one folder in here called artifacts. Okay, inside artifacts it will save all the artifacts. Okay, all the generated files. Okay, from my every stage. So this is the artifacts I'm defining. Okay, as you can see, this is the folder name and this is the variable I'm defining, and this is string type variable. Okay, you can also mention the type. Okay, then the first thing I'll be defining called my data ingestion related uh, constant. Okay, so let me define. So guys, this is my data ingestion related constant. As you can see here, I have commented out already. So this thing, what are the things it will return? Okay, first of all, it will return data ingestion directory name. Okay, data ingestion directory name. So if I show you, as you can see, data ingestion directory name, then data ingestion feature stored directory. If I again open the png file, feature store file path, okay, then it will also return download data download URL. Okay, this is the URL. And if I show you the flowchart, so this is the data download URL. Okay, so these are the three, like you can say, variable I'm returning. Okay, and you can see I'm giving all the content, okay, in this variable. So this is the same Google Drive like link I've given here. Okay, so instead of hard coding inside my components, okay, I'm keeping it here. Let's say in future you want to add some other URL here. Okay, just open your constant file and keep this link here, so it will reflect in your every code. Okay, you don't need to open that code manually and change it. Okay, so that is why actually we create this constant separately. Okay, and this is my feature store path and this is my data ingestion path. Okay, now let's save it. Now what I will do, after updating my constant, I need to update my entity. Okay, so let me open my config entity inside my entity folder. So here I have entity, so I will open this config entity. Okay, so as I already told you, I need to define these are the configuration. Okay, because variable we have already defined. Now I need to define the configuration. Okay, data ingestion directory, feature store file path, and data download URL. Okay, so with the help of this constant, I will define this config entity. Okay, so first thing, I need to import some of the libraries. Okay, so these are the libraries are needed. So here if you see, I'm importing from my constant, okay, training pipeline. That means from my constant training pipeline, I'm importing everything. That means what are the things are there, I'm importing everything here. Okay, here. Okay, then I'm also importing date time. Okay, then I'm also importing data class. Okay, I will tell you why this data class is needed, because I will be creating something called data class. Okay, here. So the first thing I will do, I will define my artifacts directory. Okay, I will create one data class called training pipeline. Inside that, as you can see, I'm defining my artifacts directory. Okay, and from where this artifacts directory is coming, now if you just press Ctrl and right click on it, okay, see it is redirecting here. That means it is coming from my constant. Okay, why it is coming from my constant? Because I have imported everything here, as you can see. Okay, that's how you can take all the access of this variable. Okay, okay, so everything I'm importing from here, that's why I can access all of the variable present inside my constant. Okay, now here I'm initializing one object called training pipeline config, and after that, here if you see, I'm mentioning the type, okay, of this objects. Okay, so this should be the this type. Then I'm initializing the class. Okay, now actually I can access this, what are the variable I'm defining. Okay, inside this class I can access all the variables. Okay, so after that, what I will do, I will finally create my data ingestion config. Okay, so let me show you like how I prepared data ingestion config. So guys, again, I have created one data class. Okay, so data class is nothing but let's say, okay, if you want to access some variables, okay, instead of like writing the self, okay, so you can use this data class decorator. Okay, as you can see, I've already imported, and you just define some so like you can say simple class. Inside that, just try to mention like class variable, okay, instead of any self. Okay, and you can access these are the variable, okay, from the other file itself. Okay, that's why we use something called data class. Okay, now here if you see, I've created one class called data ingestion configuration. So first the thing actually I'm defining, which is nothing but data ingestion directory. Okay, now if I open my png file once again, okay, as you can see, data ingestion directory, okay, with the same name I'm defining. And now how I'm preparing the data ingestion directory, as you can see, first of all, I'm using west.part.join. Okay, I'm calling my training pipeline config. Then from that, I'm reading this artifacts directory. Okay, so what it will return, it will return this artifacts. Okay, artifacts folder. Then inside artifacts, I'm creating something called data ingestion directory name. Okay, now where it is coming, if I again press Ctrl and right click on top of it, see it is redirecting here. That means data ingestion uh, okay, data underscore ingestion. Okay, so what is happening exactly? So first of all, it's coming artifacts. Okay, it's coming, let me write it down, artifacts. Okay, artifacts slash data underscore ingestion. Okay, so this kinds of path it will return. Okay, as you can see, this kinds of path it will return. Okay, so what I will do, using voice.make directories, I will create this path. So it will create this path here, artifacts inside data ingestion, and inside that it will ingest the data. Okay, I hope you got it. Like it will download that CSV file. See, previously for the demonstration purpose, I downloaded my data inside data folder. Okay, but Now actually I will download my data inside data ingestion folder. Okay, after that again I'm preparing another variable, as you can see, feature store file path. Okay, another configuration. Again I'm calling my data ingestion directory. Okay, as you can see, and data ingestion directory means it will return your this directory only. Inside that I'm creating my feature store directory. Okay, if I again redirect to here, so this is the feature store folder. Okay, so it will create another folder inside that, and inside that it will unzip the data. Okay, so now let me delete, and whenever I will be executing, you will get to know like what is happening here. Okay, with that I'm also defining my data download URL. Okay, because in my flowchart also I also mentioned this thing, data download URL. Okay, so these are the configuration already. As you can see, data download URL, again it's coming from here. So yeah, this is nothing but our config entity. Okay, so these are the configuration we have prepared. Now what I can do, I also need to prepare my artifacts entity as well, because um, I need to return these are the like path. Okay, after ingesting my data, because this should be our return type of any function. Okay, so let me define it as well. So what I need, data underscore zip file path and feature store path. Okay, so I'll open my artifacts entity. Okay, so again here I will define one data class only, and I named it at data ingestion artifacts. Okay, inside that, as you can see, I'm returning my data zip file path, which is nothing but string. Again, file feature store path. Okay, again it should be a string. Okay, so yeah, so this is the return type of my components. Okay, now what I will do, I will start with my components. Okay, so inside components I will open my data ingestion. So here first of all I will be importing some of the libraries. Okay, so these are the libraries are needed, and with that it should be artifacts entity. Okay, see guys, here I'm importing my login. Okay, also I'm importing my app exception, because I will be using this to help our, okay, because I'm going to use this login and exception. And with that I'm also importing from my config entity, I'm importing my data ingestion config. That means if I go to my config, okay, this is the configuration class I'm importing. With that I'm also importing my data ingestion artifacts. Okay, from the artifacts itself I'm also importing this thing, as you can see, voice detection entity, artifacts entity, import this thing. Okay, now first thing what I will do, I will define one class called data ingestion. So let me define, yeah, data ingestion. Okay, so this data ingestion class will take data ingestion configuration. Okay, as you can see, I'm already like giving this okay class object here. Now inside that I'm creating another like object called data underscore ingestion config. Okay, then I'm calling this one, this object. Okay, then everything I'm handling with the try except block. Then inside that I will define the same function, okay, as we used in our notebook. So sorry, uh, so there actually I was writing sorry, so there actually I was writing as you can see script, but here I have prepared one function. But inside the function you will see I'm following the same logic only. Okay, so the name of the function I have kept download data. Okay, and here if you see, first of all I'm taking the dataset URL. Okay, from my data ingestion configuration I'm calling the data like download URL. Okay, if you click here, so it will redirect here. Okay, so that's how I'm taking from my configuration. Then again I'm preparing my zip file. Okay, as you can see, zip file. Then after that I'm creating this folder. Okay, basically it will create one folder called artifacts. Inside that data ingestion. Okay, this line of code. Then after that I'm naming my data. Okay, like which name I want to download the data, I have kept data.zip file. Okay, you need to download it. Then I'm preparing the entire like you can say path. That means where it should be download the data. Okay, with that the file name also. Okay, then after that I'm logging the information. Okay, as you can see, downloading data from okay this URL to this folder. After that I'm using the same code. Okay, first of all I'm taking that ID, okay, from my URL. As you can see, dataset URL, I'm doing the split operation. Then I'm defining the prefix. Okay, after that using gdown I'm downloading the dataset, I'm giving my prefix and file ID. With that I'm giving my location, like why I need to download the data. Okay, and so once I have downloaded, I'm again logging the information like downloaded the data from this URL to this folder. Okay, then after that what I'm doing, I'm returning the zip file path. Okay, so this thing actually I'm doing. Then what I will do, after downloading the data I also need to extract the data. Okay, in the feature store folder. So this function will do it. So here if you see I've prepared another like function method called extract zip file. See, basically it will take your zip file. So this zip file I'm returning here, as you can see. Okay, it will take the zip file, directory. Okay, and after that what it will do, it will prepare this feature store file path. Basically it will create another folder, feature store. Okay, inside that it will unzip the data. Okay, as you can see, using zip file module, I'm unzipping the data. Okay, unzipping the data.zip file. After that I'm logging. Okay, like extracting zip file from this folder to this folder. Then after that I'm returning my feature store file path. Okay, that's it. Now again I'm doing the handling. Then again I'm handling my exception. Okay, then after that I will prepare one final method called initiate data ingestion. Okay, as you can see, initiate data ingestion. Okay, so inside initiate data ingestion, okay, I'll be calling these two method I have defined here. But as I already told you, my final method should have some return type, okay, which is nothing but data ingestion directory in this case. Okay, data ingestion artifacts. Okay, as we already prepared data ingestion artifacts, basically it will return these two variable for me. Okay, as you can see, inside that, first of all I'm calling data download data with this method. Okay, once I downloaded the data, it will return the zip file. Okay, zip file path. Then I'm calling the extract file path. Okay, this one. Then I'm passing the zip file path. Then it will extract the zip file. After that, I'm returning my these two variable, data zip file path and my feature store file path inside this data ingestion artifacts. As you can see, we have already defined the return type. Okay, that's how we can define the return type. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. Then after that, I'm logging the information. Then I'm returning my data ingestion artifacts. Okay, this artifacts object I'm returning so that I can like take this object in my other components. Okay, and I can get out of these two variable. Okay, then after that I'm like adding my exception. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it, my components. Okay, so this is a little bit different technique from my previous project. Okay, so this technique is also good, you can follow as it is. Okay, now what I will do, to test this one, I need to add this thing in my pipeline. Okay, so as you can see, I mentioned now I need to prepare my pipeline. So let's open my pipeline. Inside pipeline, I have something called training pipeline. Okay, I will open the training pipeline. So here, first of all, I'll be importing some of the libraries. Okay, I'm importing my login. With that, I will also import my exception. Okay, then I also need to import my data ingestion. Okay, these components. So let's import. So I'll just write from OS detection dot components. Okay, dot data ingestion. I'll import. If I open this one, data ingestion, this class. Okay, here. All right. So with that, I also need to import my. So with that, I also need to import my data ingestion config and data ingestion artifacts. Okay, so let me copy it as it is. I'll open this training pipeline and I'll paste it here. Okay, but here one thing I will do, instead of importing like that, I will import inside this bracket. Okay, so that I can import all the configuration. Okay, here only I'll just give comma here and I will import the next configuration like that. Okay, yeah. All right, now here I will define my training pipeline class. Okay, inside that I'm defining my data ingestion configuration. Okay, then I will define my start data ingestion class here. Okay, basically it will start the data ingestion. Okay, so this is the method. Again, this is the return type, data ingestion artifacts. Okay, as I already told you, if you like see the flowchart again, data ingestion, this is the return type. Okay, I'm defining here only. Then after that, I'm logging like started. Okay, entered in data ingestion and data ingestion started. Then after that, I'm initializing the data ingestion, okay, class here, and this is the object. From this object, I'm calling this initiate data ingestion. If I right click, press Ctrl and right click, if you see it is redirecting here. Okay, basically this is the main method. Okay, if you call this method, it will execute. These are the method. Okay, so that's why I'm calling this method here. And once I called it, see it has again logged some information like this data ingestion completed. Okay, and exited this pipeline. After that, I'm returning my data ingestion artifacts. Okay, that's it. Okay, and here I'm adding my exception there. Then this thing, to start this method, okay, I will define another method called run pipeline. Okay, run pipeline. Inside run pipeline, I will call my data ingestion. Okay, then I will close my exception. Okay, yeah. So here if you see, I'm calling this start data ingestion, this okay, object, this method here. Okay, as you can see, yeah. Now let's test it whether it's working or not. Now to test this one, I need to call this thing inside my endpoint, which is nothing but app.py. Okay, so I'll import this training pipeline inside my app.py. So let me open the app.py. So first of all, let me desert the thing. I'll just write from waste detection dot pipeline dot training pipeline import this class training pipeline. Okay, then I will define one object. I'll call this training pipeline. Okay, and from this object I'll call my run pipeline. Okay, yeah, now it should work. So as you can see, this is the main function we have defined here. Okay, now this is the app.py we have prepared. Now let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, so I'll open my terminal and let me clear it. So I'll just write python app.py. So I'm expecting it should work. See, it has created artifacts and see it is starting downloading the data. Okay, now if I open my artifacts, as you can see, it has created one data ingestion folder. Okay, inside that it is downloading the zip file. Okay, as you can see, it's downloading the zip file. Now let's wait. After downloading the zip file, it will unzip and it will create another folder called feature store. Okay, inside that it will save those three files called train, valid, and my data.yaml and my data.yaml. Okay, okay guys, so this components has run successfully. Now see, inside artifacts, data ingestion, see, this is the data.zip file it has downloaded. Then it has created feature store folder. Inside that, see, it has saved all this data. Okay, training. Now if I expand, see, these are the images and these are the labels I had. Okay, that means everything is working fine. If I open my data.yml, yeah, so that means it is able to like ingest the data successfully inside my artifacts folder. Okay, that means this stage is working fine. Okay, so now what I will do, I will start with my next stage, which is nothing but data validation. Okay, I'll show you like what are the things I will perform inside my data validation. Basically I will check my data format. Okay, here if I show you, so inside artifacts, inside feature store, see, this is the data format. Basically it should have train, valid, and this data.yaml. This three files should be required, okay, to start the training. So this verification I will do inside my data validation. Okay, but before that, let me commit these are the changes in my GitHub. If I click on source control, as you can see, it is also trying to push these are the data. Okay, because we haven't mentioned this artifacts folder inside my git ignore. So what I will do, I will open this git ignore, and here I will add also my artifacts. See, what are the things I have inside my artifacts? I don't want to push it. Okay, that's why I'll ignore this file artifacts. Okay, I'm giving star because I want to ignore all the thing. Okay, now, okay, now as you can see, it has ignored those are the data. Now it will only push these other changes. Okay, so as of now, what I was doing, I was opening my terminal, and here I was writing like lots of command like git add, then git commit. Okay, then again I was pushing the code here. So instead of like writing the command, if you're using VS Code, you can also push the changes, okay, from here only. So just click on source control, and here you just need to give the commit message. Okay, so let me give. So here I will give data ingestion added. Okay, now if you just click on commit, see, commit is done. Now if you just click on sync changes, okay, now it will push it. See, it is giving the push one commit to origin main. Okay, now if I click on push, see, it will push all the thing in my GitHub. Okay, so it may ask for you the authentication with your GitHub for the first time. If you're doing for the first time, it may ask you the authentication. Just give the path permission. Okay, just add with your GitHub here, so you will be also able to do it. Okay, and if you're not able to do it, just write the command manually, as I already showed, okay, in my terminal also. That's how you can also do it. Okay, but this thing is like very much easy, and it takes like very less time. That's why I prefer this one. Okay, both way I showed you. Now if I go to my GitHub, okay, now if I refresh the page here, Now we'll see the changes. Okay, as you can see, data ingestion added. Okay, that means we have completed successfully. So guys, our data ingestion is completed. Now let's start with our next component, which is nothing but data validation. Okay, this is the next stage. So for this, actually, what I will do, first of all, I will close these are the thing, because we have already completed our data ingestion part. Yeah. All right. So first of all, let me show you the flowchart. Actually, I'm going to follow. Okay. So this is the data validation flowchart, guys, as you can see. So I will follow the same technique, okay, as I did in my data ingestion. First of all, I will define some of the configuration, okay, related to our data validation. As you can see, it should be data validation directory, data validation status file directory, and required file list. Okay, I will show you like what are the things I will be defining. And after that, this configuration should be passed inside my initiate data ingestion. Okay, then it will validate all the exist file. Basically, it will check, okay, all the three file are available or not. Okay, basically, if you open this feature store, it will check whether this train valid and data.yaml is present or not. Okay, if this three file is not present, okay, in this feature store file path, okay, so what will happen? That means my data is not in correct format. Okay, I can't start the training. Okay, if any file is missing from here, your training will give you some error. Okay, so at that point of time, as you can see, if it's exist, okay, so if it is not exist, okay, if it is false, so I will return one validation status. Okay, I will generate one txt file. Inside that, it will return it is a false. Okay, that means your data is not in correct format. And if it is true, that means all file are exist. Okay, it will return as true. Okay, then after that, I will generate the artifacts. Okay, so artifacts, it will give you the status, validation status only. Okay, so it will give you the validation status only. So this status I will check for my training. So if this status is true, then I will start the training. Okay, otherwise I won't be starting the training. So that is the logic actually I'll be implementing here right now. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, what I will do, I will follow the same like workflows. So first of all, I will need to update my constant. Okay, so let me open the constant. Here I have training pipeline. So this is the constant. Okay, so here first of all, I will be defining my data validation related constant. Okay, so let me show you what are the constant actually you need. So these are the data validation related constant. Okay, as you can see, so first thing, I'm defining my data validation directory. Basically what it will do, inside artifacts folder, it will create another folder called data validation. Okay, then inside that, it will create one file called status.txt. Inside that, it will give you the status whether it's a false or true. Okay, and after that, I'm also returning all the required file list. Basically, I'm telling it should be present. These are the files. Okay, as you can see, train valid and data.yml, train valid and data.yml. Okay, so this is one list. Okay, I'm returning. So it, first of all, I will go through the list and I will check one by one these files are available or not. If it is available, then I will return this status as true. Otherwise, I will returning the status as false. Okay, that's it. Now this thing only I will be writing inside my configuration. Okay, so now let me open the configuration config entity. I'll open. Now I already prepared one data validation config. So after data ingestion, I'll just initialize my data validation config. Okay. So basically, I'm returning the same thing: data validation directory, validation status file directory, and required file list. Okay. As you can see, if you open this data validation PNG file, yeah. So these are the like three configuration I'm returning only. Okay. So using west.path.join, I'm just joining the path together. Okay. And validation directory, again, I'm like joining the path together, and this is the required file list. Okay. So I'm taking as it is from here. Yeah, so that's it. Now I also need to define the return type of this method. Okay, so which is nothing but data ingestion artifacts. It will only return validation status. Okay, so now for this, actually I will open my artifacts entity and I will define this one. Okay, again I will take one data class. Sorry. Okay, data validation artifacts, and validation status, it should be boolean type. Okay, variable, that's why. Yeah, so that's why you can also like give the data type. Okay, like what is the data type? Okay, what is the like variable type? You can also define. Now this thing is done. Now let me see. I can update my components. Okay, so now I'll open my data validation components here. Okay, yeah. So again, I will import some of the libraries. Data validation. So I'm importing these are the libraries only. App exception login. With that, I'm also importing my data, like you can say validation configuration from my config entity, and I'm also importing my artifacts. Okay, as you can see, I'm importing my data ingestion artifacts. With that, I'm also importing my data validation artifacts. Okay, why I'm importing data ingestion artifacts? Okay, I think you remember inside my data ingestion, okay, what I was returning. Okay, if I open this data ingestion one, I was returning these two variable data zip file path and feature store file path. Okay, so from this actually I need this path. Okay, feature store file path, that means I need this path. Okay, if I get this path, I can easily check these are the three file, okay, in this folder. So this path actually I'll be taking from my, okay, from my data ingestion artifacts, because artifacts will return these are the thing only. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's why I was returning the return type of my method. Okay, now what I will do, I will initialize one data validation class here. Okay, data validation class. Inside that, I'm initializing my ingestion artifacts. With that, I'm also initializing my validation configuration. Okay, as you can see, I'm also taking some class variable. Okay, then after that, I will write one function called validate all files. Okay, all required files or exist or not. Okay, so this is the like you can say simple Python code, as you can see. So what I'm doing, first of all, I'm initializing one variable called validation status. Initially, it would be none. So then what I'm doing, I'm like checking. Okay, I'm giving this path, as you can see, feature store file path, and where it is coming from my data ingestion. Okay, data ingestion artifacts. Then I'm passing this thing inside list directory. So basically, I'm passing this path and I'm listing the directory. Basically, I want to check what are the files or folders are available in this directory. Okay, so it will return me three things: train, valid, and data.yml. Okay, so I'm looping through it. Okay, as you can see, I'm just initializing one for loop. Then I'm checking, okay, whether this required file list, okay, as you can see, required file list I already defined. I think you remember if I open my one. So again, I'm telling if it is not present here. Okay, I'm telling if it is not present here. Okay, if any file is missing, okay, if any files and folder are missing, just write validation status as false. Okay, create the directory called validation directory and create one file inside that called validation status. Okay, and just write the status there. That's it. Okay, and if it is like present, okay, if these three files and folders are present, okay, just make this validation status as true. Create again a directory called validation status. Okay, validation directory, inside that create another file called validation status and give the validation status as true. Okay, then I'm returning the validation status. That's it. Okay, now if you want to check it, so you need to again prepare one final method called initiate data validation. Okay, because every class will have the main method. Okay, so inside that I'm calling the same thing only, validate all file exist. Okay, and I'm returning this validation status. Okay, this status I'm returning. Okay, because this is my return type of the function validation artifacts. Okay, as I already defined here. Okay, if I open this validation png1, so this is the return type. Okay, that's why I'm returning. As you can see, I'm returning here. Okay, then I'm logging the information. After that, what I'm doing, this data.zip file, okay, I'm copying. Okay, using shuttle. Okay, shuttle is a package. Okay, it has one copy method. Okay, using that copy method, what I'm doing, I'm copying this data.zip file in my root folder. Okay, which is nothing but my project folder. Okay, if I open my project folder manually, okay, see, initially my data will present here. My data.zip file is here. As you can see, this is the zip file. So what I'm doing, I'm just copying inside my root folder. Okay, why I'm copying inside my root folder, because in that notebook experiment, okay, that research, in that notebook experiment, what I was doing inside Colab, actually I was downloading my data inside my content. Okay, that means my root folder. Okay, so to make my like analysis easy, instead of just reading my data from my artifacts, okay, if I can copy outside of my like project folder, I can do my job in a easy way. Okay, I don't need to like take care of the path, okay, again and again. So that's why I'm copying this data.zip file here. Okay, and after doing all the experiment, after doing all the training, I will simply delete that data.zip file from this folder only. Okay, using the like you can say bash script command. Okay, as you remember, I was running something called rm-rf. Okay, then I was providing the zip file path and it was removing that data for me, right? So this is the same script command. Actually, I will remove all the like generated file I will generate here. Okay, so this is the logic actually I have implemented here. Okay, as you can see, it's doing the shuttle.co like copy. So basically I'm giving this zip file path. That means this zip file path I'm giving, and I'm also telling just copy this thing inside get cwd, that means get current working directory, okay, which is nothing but this is my project folder. After that I'm returning my validation artifacts, that's it. Okay, then this is my exception block. Now let's add it in my pipeline. So I'll open the pipeline. Let me open the pipeline, training pipeline. Okay, so here first of all I will import my data validation. So let me import. So I'll just write from OS detection. Okay, instead of data ingestion just write data underscore validation. Okay, and import my data validation. Okay, this class. Now again I also need to import my data validation config. Okay, so let me import data validation config. With that I will also import my data ingestion config. Sorry, data validation artifacts. Okay, this is the artifacts only. Now here I will initialize my data validation configuration. Okay, why I have defined this thing, as you already saw, like this class, okay, data ingestion. If I redirect here, this class actually will take data ingestion configuration. Okay, this is the like input. Okay, this is the like input it will take if you are initializing this class only. Okay, so that is what I'm defining everything here, and I'm passing inside this thing inside my class data ingestion class. Okay, now I've already defined my data validation config. Now what I will do, I will prepare one class called start data validation after data ingestion. So pipeline should be like in order. Okay, otherwise it might create some issue. So data start data validation. So here inside that actually if you see this is the return type. Okay, I'm defining the return type. This should be the artifacts. Inside that I'm calling my data validation this class. Okay, and what this data validation will take, if I come here, so it will take two things, your data ingestion artifacts and data validation config. Okay, if I go to here, data ingestion artifacts, data validation config, this thing I'm like giving. After that I'm calling initiate data validation. That means this is the final method, not this one, data validation, initiate data validation. Okay, this method I'm calling, and yeah, it will perform the jobs. Then I'm logging the information, then I'm returning the data validation artifacts. Okay, that's it. Now to execute this data validation, again I need to call this inside run pipeline. Okay, so let me call it. Yeah, so I'll call inside that, and here if you see I'm passing my data ingestion artifacts. Why? Because this will take your data ingestion artifacts. Okay, because from the artifacts only it will get to know this path, right? So that is why this ingestion artifacts path actually I'm giving here. Okay, inside my data validation. Okay, that's it. Now let me execute and see whether my code is running fine for me or not. So I'll open my terminal again. Okay, see, you can also remove these artifacts. Okay, if you're not removing, it's completely fine, it will replace. Okay, these are the thing only. So I'll clear. Now see, initially I don't have any data validation folder here. Okay, only I have data ingestion folder. Now you'll see after ingesting the data it will also generate data validation for me. So let me run the python app.py. See, again it has started the data ingesting. Okay, it will replace the file, don't worry about. Okay, and guys, if you open the logs, see every timestamp log it will also send. Okay, see, it is downloading the data right now. See guys, it has executed successfully. Now if I open my artifacts, see, it has ingested data. Okay, feature store, I have the data. Now it has already created data validation. Now if I open it, now see, status.txt file is there. Now if I open it up, now it's telling true because I have everything. Okay, what is the required file I mentioned here? Everything I have present. Okay, inside this feature store folder. That's why this status is true. Okay, let's say if you remove some of the thing from your zip file. Okay, like in that data like format it will find. If you remove any file, you will see it will be false. Okay, so that's how. If it is true, that means everything is fine, I can start the training. Otherwise, if it is false, okay, I can stop the training. Okay, I will tell your data is not in correct format, just check the data. Okay, then start the training, because training is costly. Okay, if you are starting the training, that means you are ending up with a lots of cost. So before starting the training, actually first of all make sure your data is in correct format. Okay, so I already added a simple you can say logic here to check my data validation. You can also add some more layer. Let's say inside train also you can check whether this image file are there or not. Inside image I have all the image present or not. Okay, this kinds of layer actually you can also add in this function. Okay, so I'll give this thing as an assignment. Okay, you can like perform. Okay, just add more layer just to verify. Okay, whether this data is in incorrect format or not. Okay, so this thing actually you can also perform. Okay, you can also see the size. Okay, you can also see the size, like what is the size of this file, what is the size of this file. If it has some size, okay, that means all the content are there. Otherwise, if this size is 0, that means there is nothing. Okay, that's how we can add some more like layer, okay, to verify your data. So yes guys, our data validation is also running. Okay, now let's push the changes in my GitHub. So I'll click here source control. I'll just before that, let me delete this zip file, because it has also copied this zip file here. Okay, from this data ingestion, this zip file it has copied, okay, in my root folder. Okay, see, as of now I haven't deleted this thing, because this thing I will be deleting after the training. Okay, so whenever I'll be writing my training stage, okay, at that time I'll be deleting. Now to commit the changes, I will delete this manually, delete it, and now I'll click here source control. Yeah, so I'll give data validation added. Okay, now let's commit and seeing the changes. All right, now let's go back and refresh. Okay, see, data validation added. Okay, so now let's start with our next component and final component, which is nothing but model trainer. Okay, so the same like process will be following as we followed in our notebook. So if you open the notebook, so the same technique I will be following. I will be just replicating this like notebook only. Okay, but I will be writing everything inside function. Okay, so that's the thing I'll be doing. Okay, now let's start with our like model trainer part. Okay, so guys, we have completed our data validation as well. Now let's start with our model trainer. But before that, let me close these are the thing. Train pipeline. I will keep these are the thing only because this thing is needed. Yeah. So, but before that, let me show you the flowcharts actually I have prepared. Okay, for this model trainer. So guys, this is the simple flowchart. So what I will do, first of all, I will prepare some of the training configuration. Okay, model training configuration. Let's say what is your model directory and what's name. Okay, number of box. Okay, batch size. These are the thing actually I need to train my model. And after that, I will initiate model trainer. So it will train the model, and after training the model, it will generate one base.pt. Okay, so as I already showed you in my notebook experiment, so this base.pt actually we will be taking, and I will be using that base.pt for our inferencing. Okay, and after that, it will also return the model trainer artifacts, which is nothing but your trained model file path. That means this base.pt path actually it will return. Okay, so this is the simple actually model trainer, like you can say, uh, flowchart. Okay, now what I will do, first of all, I will prepare my constant of my model trainer. So let me open my constant. Okay, this is the constant. So I already prepared this model trainer constant. The same technique I will be using here also. Yeah. So first of all, I need model trainer. Basically, inside artifacts, actually, it will create one folder called model trainer. Inside that, it will save this model. Okay, like that model you will be training. And this is the weight name. Actually, I will be using YOLO v5s model as I already showed you in that notebook experiment. Okay, so it will download this model, and on top of that, I will bring the training of my custom data. The number of epochs, initially I'm taking just one, because again it will take time to train in my local system. Okay, so just for demonstration purpose, I'm keeping it as one. Okay, if you want to get a good model, just try to increase the epoch size. Okay, we'll get a good model. At least go with 500 to 1000 epochs. Okay, then batch size. Okay, I'm taking 16. Okay, so yeah, you can also increase decrease the size. Okay, it's up to you, but I will be taking this thing only. Now what I'll do, I will prepare my entity. Okay, so now let me open my config entity. So the same thing actually I'll be returning from my entity itself. As you can see, model trainer config, and I'm returning my model trainer directory, what's name, epochs, okay, number of epochs, and batch size. Okay, these are the thing I'm already returning. Okay, if you see the flowchart, these are the variable only. Okay, I was taking as configuration. See, okay, these are the thing only. Now this thing is done. Now let's also prepare our artifacts. Okay, so I'll open my artifacts. So it will only return your trained model file path, and there should be one string type variable. Okay, yeah, this thing only. Now what I'll do, I will prepare my components. Okay, now to prepare the components, so first of all I will open my model trainer folder. So I'll open my model trainer file, and here I will import some of the libraries. So these are the libraries are needed: login exception, read YAML. Okay, why I need read YAML? As I already showed you, I was reading the YAML file. I think you remember, right? This YAML file I was reading, and I was taking the number of classes automatically. Okay, that's why actually I already prepared this read YAML inside main utils. Okay, I'm importing from here, and I will be using it. Okay, then model trainer config I need to import, and model trainer artifacts as well. So it should be artifacts. Okay, now what I will do, first of all I will initialize one class called model trainer. Okay, so model trainer. So to make you understand this thing better, okay, let me execute my code again, because uh, it will like copy one data.zip file here. I think you remember. Okay, so let me generate that zip file. I'll again run my python app.py. Okay, it's done. Now here if you see, it has generated this data.zip file. Okay, it has copied. Now yeah, so now I think I can explain better. You will be able to understand what I'm doing. Okay, so I already defined one like model trainer function, and here I have written all the necessary command. Okay, so let me show you like how I prepared. Okay, all this bash scripting command. Okay, so this is the final method called initiate model trainer. Okay, now just refer your notebook. I think that notebook I think I already showed you. So initially what I was doing, yeah, so here after downloading the data, so here in this case actually I already got the data, which is nothing but data.zip file. Okay, what I was doing, I was unzipping that file. Okay, after that I'm removing that zip file. Okay, so same thing I'm doing here. If you can see here, first of all I'm logging. Okay, I'm logging like as unzipping the data. So here I'm running the unzip command. And if you want to execute any Linux command, okay, or let's say any command, you can use os.system. Okay, inside that you just provide the command, okay, as it is. Okay, this command as it is. You don't need to give this like exclamation mark. Only just need to provide the command. It will automatically understand, okay, which command you are running, and it will execute. Okay, in your Windows machine or Mac machine or any machine, if you're running, it will automatically understand. Okay, using this operating system module. Then after that, I'm removing that zip file. Okay, as you can see, I'm removing the zip file. Okay, okay, so this file would be removed. Then after that, what I was doing, I was reading that YAML file, and I was extracting the number of classes. Okay, the same thing I'm doing. I was reading the YAML file. Okay, and I'm extracting this number of classes. Okay, as you can see, number of classes I'm extracting. Okay, and with that also what I'm doing, I'm taking my weight name from my here. As you can see, this is the weight name I'm taking. And what I'm doing, I'm splitting out. I'm only taking this name only. Okay, this name only I'm taking, because if you see, this extension is in .pt format. Okay, but if I want to like change the configuration, okay, so to change the configuration, what you need to do, you need to clone the YOLO v5 repository here. Okay, so I haven't cloned it yet, so let me clone it and let me show you like what I'm doing. Okay, so for this, just open this notebook, and if you just go up, so there is a YOLO v5 clone like repository command is there. Just copy the command. Okay, and open up your git bash again, open up your terminal again. Okay, so make sure you are inside your project folder. Now just paste the command here, git clone. If you just write it, so here it will clone the repository. See, it's cloning. So it may take some time, let's wait. So guys, as you can see, cloning is done. Okay, now one thing you need to do, just open up your project folder manually. Okay, here if you see YOLO v5 has been cloned, now go inside and remove this .git. Okay, this .git you need to remove it, because we have already created .git. Okay, here, so that's why you need to remove it manually. Okay, now let me open my VS Code again. Yeah, so now you can see this YOLO v5 is there. Okay, now what I will do, I'll go back. Yeah, so here what I'm doing, I'm actually taking the model name, actually model config file name. Okay, basically if you see, this is the model name. Okay, and if I come here inside YOLO v5, I have model. Okay, see, this is the same name only, but the extension is different. Okay, so that is why I'm taking the name only instead of this pt. Okay, then after that, what I'm doing, I'm trying to create one custom, okay, YAML file. That means I'm copying the same file only inside this one. Okay, YOLO v5s, this model, basically I am defining this model here. Okay, I'm copying the same name and I'm creating another file, okay, called custom that name .yaml file. Okay, the same thing we did in our notebook, but I'm doing it in a Pythonic way here. Okay, and there I was running everything inside the cell only. Okay, that is a different. Now as you can see, after doing that, what I'm doing, I'm changing this number of classes. Okay, as you can see, number of classes I'm changing, and this configuration I'm dumping it again. Okay, using yaml.dump. If you do it, so what it will do, it will open up this model. Okay, and inside that it will again say, if you see that I'm providing the location. Okay, inside model it will create another custom YAML file, and it will change the like number of classes. Okay, so by default, what would be the number of classes? As I already showed you, YOLO v5s, I have 18 classes. Okay, so it would be changed to 13 classes. Okay, I think I had 13 classes only in my data set. Okay, so this would be changed. Then after that, I'm dumping it. Then as you can see, these are the same thing only. Then here, what I was doing, I was running my training command after, as you can see, after changing my this number of classes. See, there actually I was running lots of code to change the classes, but here I'm doing it Pythonic way. That's why it's a little bit lesser code. Okay, then I was running the final command. First of all, I'm going inside YOLO v5. So as you can see, using cd command, I'm going inside YOLO v5. Then I'm executing the same command, python train.py. Then I'm providing image size, batch size, and image size, batch size, I'm taking from my configuration. As you can see, model trainer configuration, number of epochs, batch size. Okay, I have taken one f string. Okay, and with that actually I'm taking all of them. Okay, as you can see, so all the like arguments I'm giving. Okay, the same way I'm giving the arguments, but here I did the hard coded. Okay, this is the same command I'm running. Then after that, what it will do, it will train your model. Okay, then after training the model, I'm copying. Okay, your model will be present inside weights folder. I'm copying this base.pt. Okay, this model inside my YOLO v5 folder. That means inside this YOLO v5 folder, I'll be copying my base.pt model. Okay, then after that, what I'm doing, I'm creating my model trainer directory inside artifacts. Okay, and after that, I'm copying this base.pt inside my model trainer folder inside artifacts. Okay, that model should be present there also. That's what I'm copying. Then after that, I'm removing everything. Okay, so basically after unzipping your data, okay, so basically after training your model, I think you remember, it will generate one, but it will generate one runs folder. Okay, so this runs folder I'm removing. Then I'm also removing my training folder, my training image, because after unzipping this data, it will generate training folder. Okay, as well as the validation folder, as well as the data.yaml. Okay, so these three things I'm removing. Okay, using rf command, as you can see. Okay, now after that, I'm returning my model file path. Okay, inside my artifacts, and I'm logging the information. My model trainer is completed. Okay, and I'm ready, like returning my model trainer artifacts. That's it. Okay, the simple conversion I only did. Okay, everything I did in the notebook, the same thing I just converted at the script here. And if you see, I'm running some of the bash command here. Okay, so these are the bash command you can run using this system here. Okay, so these are the changes I have done here. Now to test this one, what I will do, I will add this thing inside our pipeline. Okay, so let me open the pipeline, training pipeline. Okay, so first of all, let me import my model trainer. So I'll just write from OS detection model trainer. Okay, model trainer. Now I will also import my model trainer config. Okay, as well as my model trainer artifacts. Okay, now this thing is done. Now I also need to initialize it here, model trainer config. All right, now I'll create one method called start model trainer. After data validation, I will define this method start model trainer. Basically here I'm calling my model trainer object, and I'm passing my model trainer configuration, and I'm initiating my model trainer. As you can see inside my model trainer. Okay, here. So guys, now if you see, I'm calling this model trainer class, and inside that I'm passing the configuration, And after that, actually, I'm calling this initiate model trainer, okay, from my model trainer class. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Now let's add it in my run pipeline as well. So but before adding it to my run pipeline, as I already told you, first of all, I will check whether my data validation is successfully ran or not. Okay, if the status is false, that means there is some issue with my data. I won't be starting my model trainer. Okay, and if it is fine, okay, if it is true, that means I will start the model trainer. So what I will do, I will write one else condition here. So just let me show you. Yeah, so this is the simple condition I have written. What I'm doing, first of all, I'm checking my data ingestion artifacts validation status is true. Okay, if it is true, that means inside that I'm starting my model trainer. Okay, as you can see. And if it is false, that means I'm giving your data is not in correct format. Okay, so this is the simple logic I have written. Okay, now let me test whether it's working or not. So what I'll do, I will unexpand these are the thing. Okay, so let me remove all the thing and show you whether everything is working fine or not. I'll also remove my artifacts from my project folder. Okay, now let me open my VS Code again. Okay, now let me run and just observe at the left hand side, okay, what will happen. So I'll just write python app.py. See guys, data ingestion is happening. See guys, now it is unzipping the data. As you can see, it has copied the data here, and after that it has unzipped and removed it. Okay, and now after unzipping, now see you have your training, okay, validation and this data.html. Okay, yeah, see everything I have done automated. So after unzipping everything, it will remove and all. Okay, you don't need to do anything. So now your model trainer will start. Okay, see. So guys, as you can see, it's giving one error because it's telling ultra analytics module not found. So the repository you have like cloned it. So they have added this new like package called ultra analytics. Okay, so what I will do, I will copy this thing as it is. Okay, I'll copy and I'll open my see, I'm copying from this YOLO v5 folder. Okay, then I will add it to my requirement.txt. Make sure you are copying from that same like repository you are cloning and you are replacing this thing here. Okay, because these requirements I taken from my previous project. Okay, that is why. I'll save it here. Okay, now let me install my requirements once again. Okay, now I think it will work. So I'll clear. But before that, let me check whether it has generated runs folder or not. Okay, there is no runs folder and I think everything is fine till now. Okay, so now let me install the requirements first of all. So I'll just write pip install -add requirement.txt. See, it's done. Now let's delete my artifacts. Okay, and let me see whether I have any generated file or not here. Yeah, everything is fine. Now let me execute and see whether it's working or not. Okay, I will open my terminal. Again, I will run python app.py. Now I think it should work. See, it has started generating the data. It's downloading the data. Now it is unzipping, as you can see, and it has after unzipping you will get these are the files and your zip file will remove. Okay, now it will start the model trainer. You can open the components and you can see, okay, everything it's running one by one here. Now see guys, now it is downloading the model. Okay, because I already mentioned I will be using YOLO v5s model. So now it is downloading the model, and while it is downloading, if you expand the YOLO v5 folder, the last, as you can see, it is downloading that. Okay, now after some times you will see the model. See, this is the model it's downloading now. See, YOLO v5 has model has been downloaded. Okay, now it is looking for my data. My data is present here. Okay, train valid and data.yml. See, so it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, see, training has started. You can see the loss and class loss and everything. So I trained for only one epochs here. Okay. If you want a good model, just increase the epoch size in that constant folder. Let's wait. So guys, you can see training is done now. After getting the model, it will remove this trans folder. See, it has removed. Okay. Now see, it's done. Okay. Now if you want to see the model, just expand this YOLO v5. Now here you will see something called base.pt. Okay. So this is our trained model, and it is also present inside my artifacts. Okay. See, it has also created model trainer. Inside that base.pt is there. Okay. That means everything is working fine. Okay. There is no issue with that, and we are able to train our model as well. Okay. So our training pipeline is completed, guys. Completely, we have completed a training pipeline. Now what I need to do, I need to prepare my prediction pipeline as well. Okay. Prediction pipeline is nothing but I will just execute this detect.py and I will do the inferencing, okay, using my trained model. Okay. But this model won't be very good because I trained with one epochs. Okay. But here I will keep one of my model. Actually, I trained with around like you can say 100 epochs. Okay. So this model I will keep it and I will at least show you some prediction. Okay. But for your case, if you're training your own model, just try to increase the epoch size and get a good model. Okay. But as of now, what I will do, I will quickly push the changes to my GitHub. So I'll click on source control. So these are the file it will push. Okay. So let me push it. I'll just write model trainer added. Now let's sync. Okay, it's done. Now let's go back to my GitHub, refresh it. Okay, it's done. Okay, now let's start with our like testing part, and with that actually I will add my user app as well. Okay, using Flask I will be creating one basic user app. Okay, as I already showed you my demonstration. Okay, part. So there actually will be uploading one image. Okay, and it will give me the prediction. Okay, then after that actually we'll be writing our Docker file, then we'll try to deploy this project. Okay, yeah. So guys, we have completed our like all the components implementation. So now what I will do, I will write my app.py. Okay. So here actually I will be like implementing one user app. Okay, with that I will give the prediction route as well. Okay, and I will also give you and here I will also provide one like live prediction route as well. Let's say if you want to launch your camera. Okay, so you can also launch it. So what I will do, first of all I will close these are the thing. Okay, so the first thing I will open my app.py. Okay, now here I need to import some of the libraries. Okay, so these are the libraries are needed. So here we see, first of all, I'm importing OS and SIS and then training pipeline. Okay, from my pipeline itself. So we have created the training pipeline here. So this is the final class. Okay, so from this training pipeline, we'll call this run pipeline. Okay, once I will call the route. Then I'm also importing this decode and encode image from my main utils. Okay, if I go inside main utils, as you can see, we created two method. Okay, decode and encode image. So this thing I'm importing because what I need to do, I need to encode and decode my image. Okay, the user image will input. Okay, so that image actually I need to decode and encode. Then I'm also importing Flask. Okay, because using Flask only I will be creating the API. Okay, and I'm also importing cross origin from Flask, and here I'm also importing my application. You can say app host and app port. Okay, so these two things I need to define inside my voice detection constant. Okay, inside the constant I created another file. I think you remember application.py. So let's open this file. So here let me mention this two thing. Okay, so my app host should be this is the local host and this is the port I've taken. Okay, you can take any port. Okay, it's up to you. Now if I come here, now it should be accessible. Yeah, the first thing what I will do, I will initialize my Flask. With that I will create one class called client app. Okay, so whatever image actually user will input, okay, it would be saved as input image.jpg. Okay, that's why I'm giving the file name here. So the first route I'll be taking called training route. Okay, so if you just give /train, so it will start the training. Okay, if you know basics of like Flask, I think you'll be getting like what I'm telling. Okay, So this is the route actually, and inside the route you have the function. Okay, so if you give /train, that means this function will start running. Okay, and here I'm initializing my training class. Okay, and this is the object, and from this object I'm calling this run pipeline. Okay, this is the final method I was calling. Okay, and if you run this method, actually it will start the pipeline. Okay, and once it is done, it will return as training successful. Now I also need to define one route, default route. Okay, if you are not giving anything, that means it will launch one route. Okay, and it will launch one HTML page here. Okay, it will render one HTML page, but this HTML page actually we haven't created yet. So let me create it. So inside template, I think you remember we created another folder called template. So let me see where this template is. Yeah, template. Inside that we have index.html. Okay, so I think you like remember whenever I was showing that like demo of our project. Okay, at the time you saw like one user app, right? Basic user app. So that user app actually has some HTML code. Okay, this kinds of HTML code you need to mention here. Okay, so you don't need to like learn HTML code for it. I already copy pasted HTML code from the internet itself. Okay, so if you search for Bootstrap website, okay, there actually you will get a lot of template. Okay, so from there you can get the HTML code. Okay, so I already prepared one HTML, like you can say basics EY. So you just use it as template. Okay, as it is in your code. Okay, it will work completely new, completely fine. Okay, and if you want to like get I mean, your own like custom design template. So just visit Bootstrap. Okay, if you just search Bootstrap, so here this is the first link you will get, and here you have the example, right? So in the example section, you will see lots of examples are there. Okay, you can pick up any example from here. Okay, and guys, if you want to like learn more about like this YOLO v5, or let's say if you want to also learn YOLO v6, YOLO v7, so I have one YouTube channel called DS with Bappy. Okay, so just visit youtube.com/DS with Bappy. This is the tag of my channel, as you can see. Okay, so here if you just come to playlist, so here I have lots of playlist. Okay, as you can see, I have a playlist on this YOLO v8 as well, then YOLO v7, YOLO v6. Okay, then YOLO v5 also is there. Okay, so you can learn about, okay, if you want to learn more about, so you can explore my YouTube channel as well. Even I have lots of project implementation, deployment video, everything I have. If you like this, okay, you can also subscribe to my channel. So now what I'll do, I'll go back to my project. Now this HTML page is prepared. Now let me go back to my app.py. Now this default route is done. Then I will create prediction route. So this is the simple prediction route. So here I'm not doing anything. I'm giving one prediction route, and this is the predict route. First of all, it will get the image, okay, from the backend. Okay, user will pass the image, it will take the image, then it will decode the image. Okay, because initially it will be base64. It will convert it to image format. Okay, then this is the name actually I was calling from my client app. Okay, I will initialize this client app later on. Then I think you remember in the notebook I was running one command to like do the prediction. In YOLO v5 I have one file called detect.py. Okay, as you can see, detect.py. So this thing only I'm doing. As you can see, I'm going inside this YOLO v5 folder, and I'm executing this and means like double and one you are giving. Let's say you want to run multiple command, okay, in one time. You just need to give this symbol to divide your column like command. Okay, so that's why after running this command I want to run this command, so that's why I'm dividing this command. Then I'm calling python detect.py. Then what I'm doing, I'm passing the weights. Okay, and here for your case you need to pass this base.pt, but again here you just need to give base.pt like that. Okay, base.pt. But why I have given my underscore model.pt, because I already told you this model is not good. Okay, I trained with just one epochs. Okay, but I have another model, okay, which is already trained on around 100 to 200 epochs. Okay, and this model is a little bit good, so I'll provide this model here. Okay, so that actually you can also test on my model. Okay, but let's see, if you're training your own model, just replace it here called base.pt and just give the name here. Okay, whatever name you will giving that model, actually it will be picking up. Okay, so base.pt, so I will just keep it my model only. Okay, because I will be using my model. Initially you can't see the model here. I will just move it my model here. Okay, then I'm giving my image size, confidence score, and source. Okay, like where you have the data. Okay, So initially what will happen, whenever user will pass any input image, okay, so it will save inside data folder. So that is the location I'm giving. Okay, after that it will do the prediction, and I will again encode the image. Basically I will like convert it to base64. Okay, then I will take it as JSON format. Okay, then what I will do, I will pass it to my like front end part. Okay, as you can see, JSONify, I'm passing to the front end part, and after doing the prediction, I'm removing that runs folder. Okay, and if any exception is there, so it will as the exception. Okay, so this is the simple logic I have written. Now what I will do, let me replace the model inside YOLO v5 folder. Okay, I have already written. So guys, inside that I will paste the model. So this is my model, my model under my underscore model.pt. Now you can see the model. Okay, now it will pick up that model. Okay, now the last route I will be keeping my live route. Okay, so this is the image prediction. Now let's say if you want to do the live prediction as well using your web camera, so this is the route you need to execute for live slash. Okay, and here I am running the same command only, but instead of giving the image source, what I'm giving, source is equal to 0. So 0 is like a default ID of your camera. If you're, let's say if you're using multiple camera, you just need to pass 0 1 like that. Okay, let's say I want to access my second camera, so what I will do, I'll give 1 here. Okay, but by default, if you are using laptop, it should be 0. Okay, and if you are using like, let's say, one web camera, so you just need to give 0 here. Okay, then after that it will do the prediction again. I will remove the runs folder. Okay, and it will return camera starting. Okay, and any exception is there, it will like raise the exception. Okay, now I'll initialize my client app and my host and port. Okay, here. Okay, okay, so I think my app is ready. Now let's test it whether it's working or not. Okay, so what I will do, I'll expand this thing. Yeah, so now let me open my terminal and let me see whether it's working or not. Okay, so I'll open my terminal. So here, first of all, let me clear, and I will just execute my python app.py. If you're getting these kinds of windows, just allow access. Okay, now I think it should run. Let me bring up my browser, and here I will search localhost port number 8080. Okay, see, this is the application. Now let me upload some image here. Let's upload this food bag. See guys, okay, sorry, this is a drink pack. Okay, and confidence score is 0.93. Okay, that means it is able to predict successfully. Okay, now let's say if you want to train your model, just give slash train here. Okay, and if you press enter, so it will start the like pipeline. Okay, I'm not doing it because again it will take time. You can test it. Okay, and let's say if you want to do like live prediction, just give slash live here. Okay, slash live. So I'm not doing it because again it will take time to launch my camera because I'm using like HD web camera. Okay, so you can try it. Okay, so these two live route I have kept, one route for training and one route for your live prediction. Okay, and this is the route for your like image prediction only. Okay, so that's how actually we have completed our entire project implementation. Okay, so you can if you want to add some more extra like layer, okay, you can add it. Okay, it's up to you, but I think this is enough for this project. Okay, now guys, this project is ready. Let me stop the execution. I'll press Ctrl C. Yeah, so after like so after stopping that one, make sure you have removed this one runs folder. Okay, so let me remove it. Runs folder should not be there inside the folder. Okay, yeah, I've removed it. Now it's fine. Now guys, we are ready to deploy this project. Okay, but before that I need to like you can say prepare this docker file first of all. So let me open the docker file. So here you just need to put one basic image of the docker. All right, but before that let me commit the changes. So I'll just write prediction added. Okay, now let me show you the docker actually you need here. So guys, these are the like docker command actually you need to execute. Okay, You don't need to execute it, because by default, whenever you will be doing the CI/CD deployment on AWS, okay, it would be run automatically there. Okay, first of all, I am taking one 3.7 slim buster image, okay, because I was using Python 3.7 here. And if you know a little bit about Docker, I think you are familiar with what is like image and all. Okay, then I'm creating one working directory called app. Okay, inside app, actually I'm moving all of my code, and there actually I'm updating my apt package manager. Okay, with that actually I'm installing my AWS CLI. Okay, and after that, what I'm doing, I'm updating like my apt get. Then I'm installing, these are the utility package actually I need there. Okay, and after that I'm also installing my requirement.txt I have there. Okay, then after installing all the thing, I'm running Python 3 app.py. Okay, it will run this file and it will launch my application there. Okay, so this is a simple like Docker file. You need to write it. Okay, then with that, actually you need to also write your workflows. Okay, so here I will create another file called main.yaml. Okay, so this is going to be my CI/CD YAML file. So this file will help me to do the CI/CD deployment. Okay, in my AWS cloud. Okay, using GitHub Actions. So now I can remove this .git keep. Okay, here it is not required. Now I already prepared one this one your main.yaml. Okay, so you just need to copy the same YAML content as it is. Okay, and it will work for the every project. Okay, so this is the you can say workflows. Okay, I have prepared, as you can see here. So first of all, I'm naming it as workflow, and whenever you will push your changes through the main branch, okay, uh, it will start the workflows. Okay, I'm giving the permission. Then after that, first of all, I'm running my integration. Okay, that means continuous integration it will run. Okay, because this is a CI/CD deployment, it will run in the 3 steps: continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. Okay, so I'll tell you like what are the things will happen. First of all, inside continuous integration, here I'm not doing anything, I'm just echoing the command. Okay, that's running unit test and all. If you have some testing okay, in your code, if you have some test cases, okay, if you have, let's say, integration and unit test, you can execute, these are the file here. Okay, but this project I'm not using any testing file, that's why I'm echoing some of the command. Okay, now in continuous delivery, what I'm doing, uh, I'm first of all authenticating with my AWS account. Okay, then see, I'm reading my credential from the secret. Okay, I will tell you like how you can add the secret and all. Then I'm logging with the ECR, that means Elastic Container Registry. Okay, I'll tell you like whenever I will do the deployment, what is ECR and all. ECR is like, you can say, it's kinds of Docker hub only. Let's say if you have built one image, Docker image, you can keep those images inside ECR repositories. Okay, then after that, what I'll do, I'll build the image, okay, of my entire source code, and I will push that image to my ECR. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, then after that, what I'm doing, inside continuous deployment, I'm again logging with my AWS credential, logging with my ECR. I'm pulling that image from the ECR to my EC2 machine. Okay, and I'm running my Docker there. Okay, this is the port I'm like you can say giving. Okay, and this is the app name I'm giving, which is nothing but West. Okay, see, this is the app name you need to provide here. Okay, otherwise it's completely fine, just keep it as it is. Okay, now everything will be by default, you don't need to change it. Okay, so yeah, this is the YAML file, actually will help me to do the CI/CD deployment. Okay, now yeah, my project is ready. Now what I will do, first of all, I will show you the AWS deployment. Okay, how we can do it. So guys, I have already added this readme file. As you can see, I have already updated. Like if you want to execute this project, so what are the commands actually you need to execute? I have added everything, and I have also added the deployment steps. Okay, actually I'll be following. So this is the AWS CI/CD deployment with GitHub Action. So as you can see, what would be the deployment like strategy? First of all, we'll build one Docker image of our source code. Then I'll push that image okay, to the ECR repository, that means Elastic Container Registry. Okay, this is the service from Amazon Web Service. And after that, actually we'll launch our EC2 machine. Okay, and we'll push that. Then guys, what I will do, I will pull that ECR image. Okay, I will pull that image from my ECR in my EC2 machine. Then I will launch my Docker image inside my EC2 machine. Okay, so this is going to be my deployment steps, and these are the policy I need. Actually, I'm going to use like Amazon SEC2 machine. Okay, so I'll give the full access, and Elastic Container Registry, this is full access. Okay, because all the services I don't need from my Amazon website, I only need these are the services only. Okay, then yeah, so I need to run some commands. Okay, I have given everything here, so I'll be following this thing. Even at the last, I have also given the Azure CI/CD deployment steps as well. Okay, so after completing the AWS one, I will start with the Azure. Okay, so first thing what I will do, I will here I have already mentioned. First of all, you need to log in with your AWS console. So for me, I have already logged in. Okay. So second thing, what I need to do, you need to create one IAM user. Okay, for the deployment. So let me create one IAM user. So here I will search for IAM. Okay, so I'll click on IAM. IAM means as an identity access management. So instead of giving all the permission of your root account, okay, you want to give some specific permission. Okay, so that's why we use IAM. So here I will click on user. First of all, I need to create one IAM user. Okay, so I'll click on add user. Then just need to give your username. So I'll give west user. Okay, west, and click on next. And here you need to attach the policy. So I'll click here. Now policy I have already added. Just copy paste from here only. I'll copy the first one. I'll search here and just select it. Okay, after selecting, just remove it. Okay, then I will copy the second one for my EC2 full access. Okay, add it. Now click on next. Now you can see these two service permission I have given. Okay, now I will click on create user. Now west user has been created. I think, yeah, this is the west user. Now I will go inside. Now here I need to get the security credential. Okay, I'll click on security credential, and here you will see something called access keys. Okay, I'll click on access keys, select the command line interface CLI. Okay, and I will click on I understand the above recommendation and click on next. Now create access keys, and now you can download a CSV file. Okay, now just keep this CSV file. Okay, so that actually we can use it later. Okay, because this CSV file is needed. Okay, so I'll remove it. Yeah, so after that, actually I need to create ECR repository, okay, to save my Docker image. So again, I will go back to my AWS service, and here just search for ECR. Okay, ECR, that means Elastic Container Registry. Okay, click on the first one. Then here just click create one repository. I'll click create here and just keep it as private. Okay, and I will give the name West. Okay, let me give West. Yeah, West only. Now I'll click on create repository. Okay, so where is my West? Yeah, so I'll just copy this URI and I will save it somewhere. Okay, because I need it later on, so I'll save it inside my readme file itself. So here I think somewhere I mentioned, yeah, so I'll replace my previous one. So this is the URI you need. Okay, later on I'll save it here. Okay, just for my reference only. Now I'll go back and what is the next stage? Okay, I created already this is here. Now I need to create the EC2 machine. Okay, so I'll go back and search for EC2. EC2 is a virtual, like you can say, servers. Okay, so it will give you like a virtual machine. Now here I will launch one machine. I'll click on launch instance. So just give the name. I will give West machine. Then you need to select this Ubuntu. Okay, I'll select the Ubuntu image. And here if you're using like let's say if you're doing deep learning project, at that time actually you need to take GPU instance. Okay, so here actually you have lots of instance type, as you can see: deep learning, AMI, GPU, PyTorch. Okay, then you have let's say TensorFlow. So in YOLO v5 actually in the backend they're using PyTorch. Okay, so you can select PyTorch any kinds of GPU machine, okay, if you want, but I won't be selecting any GPU machine because again it is costly. Okay, it will charge a lot, so I'll just keep it as default. Okay, those who are using free tier access, okay, you can also use it. Okay, and if you're like, let's say doing the actual deployment, so at that time just go with the GPU instance. Okay, then I need to select the instance type. So here I will take at least 16 GB memory, so I'll take select the T2 XLARs. Okay, this one. Now yeah, you can generate a key like key pair. Okay, here from here. So just click here, give any name. So I'll give West. So it is not necessary, it is only for, let's say, if you want to access your machine from any third party let's say tool like a mobile stream or putty, at the time actually you need that PEM file. Okay, but you need to give this at least here. Okay, to continue with your machine creation. Now I will select this to one. and here you need to select the storage size. So here I will take at least 32 GB storage. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Now I will launch the machine. Now I click on view all instance. So guys, as you can see, my machine is running. Okay, status should be running. Now I'll click on the machine ID. Now here you have to connect it. So I'll click on connect, and I'll simply click on connect. So it will launch one terminal for me here. All right, now I'll clear it. All right, so first of all, here you need to execute some of the commands. So first of all, you need to do the package manager update. So let me copy one by one and execute it here. Okay, it's done. Now let me copy the second one. Okay, I will give Y, that means yes. So it may take some time. Let's wait. So guys, if you are getting this kinds of window, just press enter from your keyboard. It will disappear. Okay, it's done. Now let me clear it. Okay. Now you need to install Docker in this machine because by default there won't be any Docker. So let me install. So these are the command you need to execute. So let me run one by one. Okay, it's done. Now let's paste this command. Okay, now this is the last command. Okay, now if you want to check your Docker is running or not, just write Docker hyphen version. So you will see the version, okay, of your Docker. That means it's running. Now it's done. Now what I need to do, I need to configure my EC2 as self-hosted runner. Okay, so how I can do it? So to do it, first of all, let me make one copy of this same project. Yeah, so I'll refer this one, okay, as a documentation, and I will do my job here. Okay, so let me do it. So first of all, click on settings. So make sure you have committed your code in your GitHub. Okay, otherwise you won't be getting the option. So here you have something called actions. Okay, now you have something called runners. Now here click on new self-hosted runner. Now select the machine as Linux. Okay, and these are the command you need to execute. Okay, let's copy one by one. So basically what you are doing, you are connecting your EC2 machine with your GitHub, so that whenever you will be committing your code inside your GitHub, okay, it will automatically get deployed here. So these are the connection actually we need to do by executing these are the command. Okay. All right, now I need to execute this two command as well. See, it's connecting with my GitHub action. Now it's connected to the GitHub. Now it is asking for the enter the name of the runner group. So I'll give it as default. I'll press enter. Then it is asking for enter the name of the runner. So I'll just give self hyphen hosted. Okay, make sure you're giving the same name. Now it is asking for the label. I will again skip, press enter. Again I will press enter. Okay, yeah, so it's connected. Now to check it, just run this command. Okay, connected to GitHub and listening for the jobs. Okay, now that means it is connected successfully. Now what I need to do, I need to here we have connected already. Now I need to set up my GitHub secret. Okay, so for this I'll again open my project. Here I have something called secret variable. Click on action. Now new repository secret. Okay, so the first secret I will be adding, which is nothing but AWS access keys. Let's copy the name, paste it here. And where you will get the access keys? So I think you remember we downloaded like you can say access keys CSV file. Okay, just open it up. This is the access keys. Okay, so don't share these keys with anyone, secret with anyone, otherwise they will also able to access your account. I'm showing because I will delete the instance. Okay, after the deployment. Now I'll add it. Then again I will click on new repository secret. Then AWS secret access key. Okay, and this is the secret access key, the last one. Okay, copy till comma and paste it here. Now again click here. AWS region. Okay, make sure you know your region, which region you are in. So for me, I think I'm inside US East 1. Okay, to check it, just click on okay, I think I'm in Mumbai. Okay, so if you're in Mumbai, just give AP South 1. Okay, so here that's right, AP South 1. I think that's how I need to write. Let me check it again. AP South 1. So AP South 1, yeah. So yeah, it's fine now. I'll click on add secret. Okay, now the last two things I need to add my AWS login URI. I think you remember AWS login URI. Yeah, we copied one URI in my code. Let me open. So this is the URI. Just copy till.com and give it here. Again, I will click on new repository secret and copy the repository name. Okay, copy, give it here. And what is the name of my repository? So it is West. Okay, just copy this name and give it here. Yeah, I think everything is done. Yeah, so now I think we are ready to deploy our project. Okay, I will click on my project. Now let's open my VS Code. Okay, now let's push the changes. Okay, so I'll open my terminal. Okay, let me clear it. I'll just write git add space dot git commit hyphen m ci cd added. Okay, then git push origin main. Okay, before that I need to uncomment this thing. Sorry. Okay, I need to uncomment this thing because I have already commented. Yeah, so initially you will comment this 3 line because initially there won't be any container running. Okay, for the second time, whenever you are doing the deployment, at the time you need to uncomment. Okay, at the time there would be a container. So again I will open my terminal and let's push it again. Okay, it's done. Now let's go back to my GitHub, refresh the page here. Now guys, you will see action is running. This yellow mark you will see. Now click on action. Now see ci cd added, it's running. See guys, first of all it will run the continuous integration. Okay, so let's wait. After that it will start with the continuous delivery. So inside continuous delivery, first of all it will log in with my AWS account and all. It will build the image. Okay, and it will push it to the ACR. See, now it is building the image. So guys, it may take some time. Okay, so let's wait. I will come back when it is done. So guys, as you can see, continuous delivery is also done. Now it's running the continuous deployment. Okay, so again, it will log in with my ECR and pull the image from the ECR, and it will run in my EC2 machine. Okay, so let's wait. So guys, as you can see, all the steps ran successfully. Now I'll go back to my instance. Let's go back and let me figure out. This is the host machine. I will click on the ID. Now here you have one public IP address. Okay, just copy the IP address and paste it here. So initially, actually, it won't be launching because we haven't done the port mapping yet. Okay, so to do the port mapping, I'll come here inside. I have security. Now security groups. Okay, I'll click on security groups, and again I have to click on edit and bound rules. And here I will add the rules. Custom TCP. Our port number was 8080. Okay, you need to add your port number you have given in that app.py. Okay, now I'll select 00 and I'll save the rules. Okay, now if I come here and give the port number 8080 on port number 8080, I think it should work. See guys, okay, it has launched my application. Now actually you can do the prediction. Okay, so that means it's running successfully. Now you can train it. Okay, now you can also do the prediction, everything you can do. Okay, so now after doing the deployment, actually you need to also learn, like, see, if I also remove this like tab also, see, it will also work. Okay, see, it is working. That means it's running perfectly. Now don't just leave it as like running, otherwise it will charge. So what you need to do, you need to also learn like how to terminate the instance. Okay, so for this I'll click on instance. So this is the terminate instance I have. I will click here and I will click on instance type and terminate the instance. Okay, terminate. See, it is shutting down. After some times it will terminate. Okay, then I will also remove my ECR repository. So I'll search my ECR. So here I had something called waste. I'll click here. I'll click on delete. Just give delete here. Okay, it's done now. I also need to remove my IAM user. Okay, so I'll search about IAM. Click on user. And here I have this waste user. I'll simply delete it. Okay, I think it's done. Yeah, so yes guys, we have successfully completed a deployment on AWS. Okay, now next I will show you like how we can deploy this project inside our Azure cloud as well. Okay, as a CI/CD. So guys, for Azure, actually I already showed the deployment process. Okay, it's like very like easy. Okay, so the same structure actually you need to follow, and see, you don't need to like change there anything. Okay, only some slight modification you need to do. I have already shown like what you need to do there. Okay, so I will add these videos. Okay, so you can also see like how to deploy on the Azure site as well. Okay, so yeah, so this project actually you can do as it is. Okay, just follow the instruction and only just change your project name. Okay, that's it. Okay, otherwise everything will remain same. Okay, and for this actually you don't need to create this YAML file separately because in Azure we'll be using something called web app service. Okay, it will automatically create that YAML file for you. Okay, so I will suggest just like you can see the deployment. Okay, so that was the deployment from my previous project. Okay, I showed instead of that project actually you just need to use your project only. Okay, so that's it. So yes guys, let's start with our Azure deployment. So guys, I have already updated this GitHub README. As you can see, Azure CI/CD deployment, all the steps I have added here, how you need to do it. Okay, I will explain it one by one, and some changes actually you need to do in your project. So let me show you what are the changes actually you need. So everything will remain common, like your Docker file as well. See, this is the same Docker file I'll be using, and here only you need to make the changes inside app.py. So here instead of taking port number 8080, you need to take port number 80. Okay, so this is for our AWS, so this is for our local host. Okay, and this is for our Azure. Okay, whatever you need, just activate that one, okay, and comment that one and try to use it. Okay, so yeah, everything would be common. And here actually I don't need to create any workflows, because here I'm going to use like web app service from AWS. Okay, so it will automatically create that YAML file for me. Okay, CICD YAML file for me whenever I will push, like you can say, taking the code. And after everything, what you need to do, you just need to commit the code. Okay, you just need to push this code in your GitHub. So I have already pushed the code in my GitHub. As you can see, if I open my GitHub, so it is already pushed. Now let me show you the app.py. Yeah, so yeah, it is already pushed. Okay, so in AWS actually I was pushing the code, but here actually before that you need to push the code. Okay, then I will select the repository, okay, from my Azure. Okay, whenever I will be selecting, so you need to push the code, and yeah, this repository should be ready. Okay, now what you need to do, first of all, let me tell you like what are the like process actually I'm going to follow. So deployment stage, as you can see, I will first of all build our like Docker image of our source code. Then I'll push that Docker image, okay, to the container registry. So in AWS actually we have something called elastic container registry, but in Azure we have container registry. Okay, so in container registry I will push my Docker image, and I will launch a web app server, okay, in Azure. Then I will pull that Docker image from that container registry, and I will run it in my web app server. Okay, so that is the steps actually we'll be following. So guys, first of all, you need to log in with your Azure portal. So I have already logged in. So first of all, here what you need to do, you need to search for container registry. Okay, so search for container. You will see container registry is there somewhere. Sorry, container registry. Mm, container registry. If you search it, yeah. So this is the container registry. I will click here. Okay. So first of all, you need to create one container. I will click on create. And here first of all you need to create one resources group. So let's create. I will click on new, create new. Okay, just give the name. So I'll give chicken. It should be unique name, guys. Okay, chicken, uh chicken app. Okay, let's give chicken app. So I'll copy the name, and I will use this name, okay, everywhere, and I will click on okay. Then you need to give the registry name. Okay, so I'll give it as chicken app only. Then I will select central US. Okay, central US location. And yeah, everything should be as default. Then I will click on review and create. Okay, then I will create it. It may take some time. Okay, after that you will see one button here. See, it's coming now. Just click on go to resource. Now here you will see called access keys. Okay, just click on access keys. Now here, first of all, copy this logging server. Okay, I will copy the logging server and I will save it in my project. Let me open my project. Let me open the readme file. So let's save the logging server here. So this was my previous logging server. I'll just change it. Okay, and also I'll change here as well. So these are the command actually I need to execute later on. So that's why it's better to change it here. Okay. And here let's change the project name as well. So I'll give chicken. Okay. This thing I will also give it here chicken. Okay. Yeah. Now after that, what you need to do, you need to activate this one, admin user. Okay, and from here you just need to copy the password. So let's copy the first password and save it inside your project. Don't share this password with anyone. I'm giving it here just for the reference, and I will delete all the resources group, okay, later on. That's why. So yeah, so this is the password I will keep here, and after that, yeah, everything is ready. Now what I will do, I will search for web app for container. see web app for container, this service actually I'm going to use. Okay, first of all, you need to select your resources group. So I will select, it was nothing but chicken. Okay, chicken app. I'll select it. Now you need to give your name of that web app. I will give the same name, chicken app. Okay, it should be Docker container, a Linux machine, it's fine. Now region should be Central US, Central US. Okay, Central US, and everything should be as default. Okay, now what I will do, I'll click on next. Uh, Again, I will click on next. Okay, so here you need to select single container as your container history. Okay, now it will ask for just select the registry name. It was chicken app. Okay, now it needs the image. Okay, but I don't have the image. Okay, so I haven't built the image yet. So for this, actually, what you need to do, you need to install Docker. Okay, in your system. So let me open my Docker desktop. I already have Docker installed in my system, guys. So guys, as you can see, I have already launched my Docker desktop. Okay, so by default, it will look like that, and it should be running. Okay, engine should be running. So if you don't have Docker installed in your system, just try to install it first of all. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to do it. Okay, so you just need to install this Docker in your system. It's like very easy. Just go with like Docker documentation. Okay, and from there actually you can install Docker desktop in your system. Okay, so I'm expecting you have already Docker. Now what I will do, I will minimize it. Just make sure it's running. Okay, I'll minimize it. Yeah. Now what I will do, I will open my terminal. Okay, and let me clear it. Yeah, so I think you remember I saved some of the command. So let me open my code. So first of all, I need to build the image. Okay, so I'll just copy this command, docker build -t. Okay, this is the command. Then I will open my terminal again. Okay, now let me just execute this command. Okay, it will build your image. So guys, it will take time because my project size is like huge. Okay, so definitely it will take time. So let's wait. Okay, I will pause the video, and once it is done, I will come back. So guys, as you can see, building image is done. Now if you open up your Docker desktop, so you will see the image actually here. So the image name was it was chicken app. Okay, see the chicken app is there. Okay, now what I need to do, I will let me see the command. I need to log in with my this one Azure portal. Okay, so this command actually will do it. So what I will do, I will just open my terminal. Okay, just give the command. Now if I press enter, yeah, so it's asking for the username. So username should be this name. Okay, the app name you have given. So just give chicken app. Okay, and then it is asking for the password. So password, I think you remember I saved one password here. Okay, just copy this password as it is. Okay, now let's open our terminal and just right click. Okay, right click and press enter. Okay, it won't show the password, and it will see it will show you one success message. Okay, after login, see login success. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to push this image to your uh, container registry. Okay, in Azure. So let me do it. So docker push, then I'll press enter. See guys, it's pushing the image. Okay, so it may take some time. Let's wait. So guys, as you can see, it has pushed successfully. So it was more than 2.5 GB around. So yeah, it's done. Now what I will do, I will go back to my Azure portal. Now, if I show you, like where should be your image. So if you click on container registry, so guys, see, this is chicken app. Okay, this is the image. Okay, it has pushed. Now let me close it. Yeah. So now what I will do, so you need to refresh this page. Okay, so it is again asking for the same information. So let's give chicken app. OAP name, I will give the same name. It should be Central US. And yeah, everything should be as default. Then I will click on next. Next, okay. Then it should be Azure container and registry. And it will automatically select the image. Okay, now you'll see chicken image it has selected and latest image. Now I'll click on next. Okay, so again click on next. Okay, so I'll simply click on create. So it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, now just click here, go to resources. Now left hand side, you will see something called deployment center. Okay, I will click here. Now here, so guys, you can see this option. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to activate this one, continuous deployment. Okay, I will click on. Then I will select the second option, GitHub action, because I'm going to use GitHub action as my CI/CD tool. Okay, now you need to sign in with your connect with your GitHub account. So I have already connected. Okay, now I will select the organization. So it is ENT.py. Okay, now I need to select the repository. Okay, so the repository actually I want to deploy. So it was chicken disk classification project, this repository. Okay, now branch, it is main branch, and Azure container registry. Yeah, so everything should be as default. Yeah, so now just click on preview file. So this is the yeah YAML file it will create. Okay, inside the .github folder. Okay, now let me close it. Now I'll just click on save. You can see the progress here. Just click here, you can see the progress. So guys, deployment has started. Now to check it, I will come back to my project. Now if I refresh here, see one workflows is running. See, it is automatically created this YAML file. You can see main checkpoint, main chicken app YAML. Okay, see, this is the YAML file it has already written. Okay, so everything should be automated. Now I'll click on action. Now this action is running. I'll click here. First of all, it is building the image. Okay, so let's wait. So it may take some time. Okay, let's wait and see. So I'll pause the recording. Once it is completed, I will come back. So guys, it may take some time for you. Okay, just wait. So guys, as you can see, build is completed. Now it is running the deployment. So I'll click here. Okay, so deployment is also completed. Now we'll come back here and I will click on overview. Okay, here you will see that link default domain. I will click just copy that, and here I will paste it. So guys, it may take some time to launch your web app here, because initially I was trying, so it was taking around 4 to 5 minutes to launch this one. Okay, because in the backend it will like launch that container, Docker container and all. So for this actually you need some time. So just wait for some time. Okay, it will automatically launch that web application for you. So guys, now you can see it has launched my application. Okay, if I refresh the page, see. Okay, now what you can do, you can just give /train to start the training. After training, you can do the prediction. Okay, so yes guys, it's running perfectly. Now I will show you like how to delete that resources you have created. So to delete this, actually, let's go to home first of all. So here you will see something called resources group chicken app. Okay, so I'll click here. Yeah, so at the top you can see delete resources group. Just click here, because if you just leave it, then it will charge a lot. Then copy the name and paste it here and delete it. See, after some time you will see it will delete everything. Okay, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our entire project implementation, and we have also completed the deployment. So yes guys, I hope you like this video. If you have liked this video, just try to share this video. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed a lot of this entire series of the video. Okay, and I hope you have learned a lot. Okay, so yes guys, this is all about from this video. I hope you like this. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.